2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door, ready to make an entrance, so back on up.
Before I have to pull the strap out the cut,
Give me the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble. Compton and Long Beach together, now you know you in trouble, cause ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Two loped out G's, so we crazy. Death Row is the label that pays me. Unfadable, so please don't try to fake this. But back to the lecture at hand. Perfection is perfected, so I'ma let them understand. From a young G's perspective. And before me dig out a trick, I have to find a...
Yeah, well, we're here early. With two dope G's here, right? Or something like that.
So what?
It's like this and like that and like this.
You talking about what's playing in the background?
Oh yeah, it's like this, like that, like that.
It's like this and like that and like this and it's like that and like this and like that and it's like this and like that and like this and Drake creep to the mic like a fan.
But anyways, I digress. Just putting on a bit of that old school. My headphones sound right, which sounds wrong now. I mean, it sounds good for the music, but my voice sounds awful. Do I always sound like this?
You sound normal to me.
Okay. Actually, we may as well cover this while Dune's here, because
Hey, Dune!
Dune, the man, my bro, he bought me these headphones. Long
Hey,
time ago.
What are they? Now that
They're Audio Technicas.
oh, okay.
They do have a model number.
Are they wireless? Or are they
No, they're wired. In fact,
USB?
no, they're wired headphones, old school, wired. The wire detaches. This is like the third wire I've put on these headphones, because the wires will eventually crack with a bunch of wear and tear. And that's the next thing I'm going to talk about. Is
So
that
cheap wires.
put any wire through 10 years of being pulled and moved and whatever.
Obviously, they're not Monster.
It's no, these are affordable. The wires.
Well, but you have to keep buying new ones to replace them. How's that affordable?
Wire is metal that flows electrons. Monster cable just has a good marketing department.
But they're also heavier duty.
How?
Thicker insulation.
Well, I mean,
They're built to take punishment.
and thicker plastic is worth the amount more that they charge.
Well, thicker and rubber and tested and et cetera, et cetera.
You could buy conduits.
You can also buy condoms.
But the point I was getting
No,
to,
we're not doing a pre-show. We're just early.
no, this is totally pre-show.
Oh, okay. So
This
we can
is-
say almost anything.
I mean, it's pre-show for the next 5 minutes, and then it's show. I mean, time exists. No, but the reason I wanted to... so Dune bought me these headphones, and they're awesome, and they're so great that I decided not to replace them. Because for a while now, I've noticed that these headphones just weren't sitting on my head right. You know, I put them on, and they're like flopping at the bottom, and the cable's pulling it away from this ear, and then this ear's flopping, and they're just not sitting right, and it's just like, yeah. So I reached a point where I was like, maybe it's time to upgrade. Maybe it's time to research and figure out, because why buy the same thing when you can buy something better and burn even more money on the replacement? And so I was looking into that, and then I asked myself, well, do you really have a problem with these headphones other than the way they sit on
Audio
your head?
Technica is a good brand.
They're good. They're not. I mean, there's always more expensive audio equipment.
Oh, sure, yeah.
If I could afford it, there's way better things than it. But they are. I mean, they're
So
good.
Who would you replace them with?
Well, that's what I was thinking about and searching. And of course, there are better models of Audio Technicas that move up beyond there's Foztecs. Of course, you're looking at like a grand at some of the Foztecs I was looking at, and I'm like, you know what though?
Oh, here's a set that's $44.99, cheap at twice the price.
Anyways,
It's a audiophile closed back dynamic wooden
so
headphones.
the point is this is actually what Steve Guttenberg, the audiophiliac, personally recommended to Dune.
Oh, what model is that? What is it now? Now that you're getting into the details,
You're gonna make me take them off. No, wait. I searched.
Yeah.
I searched recently. Let me check my search history. I don't porn, softcore porn, Facebook porn. I'm kidding. I'd have to go back a few days. Let's see here. Technica. There. Oh God, I searched for different things because I was looking at different things. Of course I covered up the model number. I think they're like ATH M50X, something like that. Because that's what I ordered replacement foams for. Actually, that's what I ordered the clips for. But the clips are compatible with different models, so I'm not sure on that. I think they're ATH M50X. Let me Google that. See if that looks right. That is what they are. You can get them for like $160. And speaking of $160, Mars is in the house.
Oh. Hi.
Hi.
Rain.
What's that?
Rain.
Rain.
yeah, we got rain.
Yay, we get flooding. You know what? Atmospheric rivers and the full moon make things wonderful around the Bay Area. Just say it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We get the
Yeah.
high tides.
So
we get the high tides, and we get atmospheric rivers. So guess what? That makes it even better.
Yes, super high tide and rain.
So
we have king tides, not little tides.
Well,
just
yeah.
King
Big,
tides.
big high tide.
So to answer Dune's question,
Oh, what's
did
the
I get
question?
did I get some foamies? Yes, I did get foamies, but that's not all I got because foamies were not the reason why the headphones were sitting on
Wait,
my
isn't that the
head
squirrel?
wrong. What?
Isn't that the squirrel?
No, not that.
That's
foamy.
because you have a square
That
head.
foamy? Oh.
Or is it triangular?
No, I
Yeah.
actually had to look into this because
Why can't somebody? Why can you? You know what? Your ultimate co-host. You should have Foamy the Squirrel as a co-host. Really, you should.
I that was what I was shooting for. Top of my list was
it's okay.
foamy.
You got Brian instead. Brian's just as good.
Somewhere around like the 50th page. You thought I was going to say 50th line. No, I'm kidding. You're on page 3. But
Do you have a white sheet? Are you doing those again? I haven't heard anybody do white sheets in ages.
White
Wow.
sheets. Yeah, no. You got to be
When
careful.
was the last time you did a
how to
white
say
sheet?
that. They were always yellow.
Was it like back in like '97? You did white sheets?
I don't think I brought the white sheets with me to California. I think by the time I was in California, I had abandoned the white sheets.
Well, you had a Fortran card. That was almost as good.
Well, no, I think in California I was keeping like a notepad document, or I would email myself links from work.
Oh,
I would literally
what was
open up the Yahoo page and send an email from J_whatever at Yahoo. Yeah, because people can't figure out how to spell my last name. That's an old email address. I don't even check it anymore.
It's okay. I still use my Yahoo account. So
I don't. And now I have to.
I get stuff from Ukrainian people saying that I can buy their hot babes on the internet.
All right.
I get those. I got one for 3/4 off of a Zemtech. There's that one.
So back to the foams.
Oh yeah, foams. Sorry.
The foams were worn because I was still on the original foams, and the reason why I never replaced the foams is because, like, the shiny covering of the foam wore out, but the foam part with the fabric was still present, and I'm like, that's aesthetic. It's still functional. But
use some alcohol wet wipes to clean that foam and see how well that lasts.
But that had been, kind of wearing from years of compression and pressure on my head. But the problem is that the foam is not why it was sitting wrong on my head. And so, and like, I'm trying to look at them, and it's like, well, the hinges all work right, the thing's moving right. What changed? I couldn't figure out what changed. And I Googled it, and apparently it's a common problem with these headphones, which is that the hinge has a catch so that they won't bend back all the way when they rest on your head. They would snap past that point if you need to adjust them, but then they would snap back into place. So that catch in the hinge will break after years of wear and tear. And so at this point, there was nothing preventing the headphones, the ear cups, from just flopping back further, which would make them kind of hang off my head like that. But people have 3D printed clips that snap over the hinge there that just stops them from being able to swing back further than they should when they rest on your head.
That's the reason Gazers needs a 3D printer.
No, I just ordered them from some guy on eBay that has a 3D printer.
So that's the reason I need a 3D printer.
Yeah. Well, the thing is
Rob talks about, our buddy Rob from Tharco. He talks about 3D print jobs that he does.
We called him New Brian.
Or Brian Jr.
Rob was New Brian? Oh, no.
Hey, we should bring him into this show. No.
Oh. Why not? No, he'd be fun.
Oh, he'd be funny. He almost came on the show once. He almost did. Because remember, he would grow ghost peppers every year.
Right.
And he would bring ghost peppers in, and I think he gave them to who wanted them even. Not me. But they were good for cooking with. They're not good for eating raw whole.
You dry them and you eat them.
But I did suggest that if he wanted to do a ghost pepper challenge, he could come over to my apartment after work, and we would set up a microphone for him. And he was like, yeah, maybe. I have to think about it. It might be. But it never got to the, point of here's my address or things like that.
By the way, ghost pepper sauce at Jack in the Box, it's more sweet than anything. It's not. It tastes like a ghost pepper. I'm like, dude, what is this? What am I supposed to have? It's spicy, right? What is that? Where is it? Where's the spice?
So I guess my question is Dune's hinges still catching properly and resting on his head properly, or are his hinges worn out too? Because if they are, I got an eBay link I need to send you. Because
I have Sennheiser earphones that won't die. I replaced the ear cup parts, the big puffy parts that go onto my head.
Right.
And they're working again. I bought an extra pair. They're in a box over there because these are like $99 on sale, a little bit cheaper. And I love these things. They have a pretty decent sound, pretty natural sound too. Well, it's warmer. It's not a bass, but it's warmer.
I'm sorry. What kind did you say?
I have Sennheiser. I have HD.
Oh, Sennheiser, yeah.
Yeah, I have the HD. What do I have? The 899s. No, 599s. I have the 599s. Those are decent. Yeah.
Brian writes in, so conclusion, don't buy Audio Technica headphones. Let me tell you, these headphones...
They're great reference earphones, Brian. Don't ever tell people against their AT headphones. They will chew you down, boy.
I have owned many pairs of headphones over the years.
They're great for mixing. They're pretty good earphones.
This is by far the longest lasting pair of headphones I have had, and it just took a $12 pieces of plastic to continue to get them the rest of my head properly. So no, I think we're saying the exact opposite here.
That was joking, because we didn't come to a conclusion, so I made one up.
I get it. No, it's fair enough. It's a joke, but I also do want to make sure people don't misunderstand.
People love their Audio Technica. I use a microphone. I'm using my 2020 for what's it been, 7-8 years, longer than that. and I bought a second one in a box just in case because they were on sale, and I just I've never opened it. I'm like, okay, this works fine.
I didn't quite finish the story. I mean, really, the
go ahead,
origin
I'm sorry.
story was that Dune told me one day, I'm thinking of buying those Beats headphones.
Oh, wait,
And-
which ones? The new ones or the ones by Dre? The new ones are actually pretty good, supposedly.
Well, this was back when they were by Dre. Beats by
no,
Dre.
they suck ass. I mean, you could. Honestly, the 5-hit would be very interesting with that.
In my opinion of Beats by Dre headphones is about the same as Monster Cable, which is like, their marketing department will thank you for your donation. There's better things for less that they're just not getting that name brand out there with the marketing like putting Dr. Dre's face on a pair of headphones is. And so Dune said, well, then what would you recommend? And to be honest, I didn't know what I would recommend. And so I tweeted at my rival, the audiophiliac, Steve Guttenberg.
It's your bestie.
And I asked Steve, like, hey, my friend says he wants to buy Beats by Dr. Dre headphones. What would you say to him? And Steve Guttenberg recommended these and something else, I forget what the other model was, as two good entry-level options for getting into some serious headphones.
Said D's and nuts?
No, the Audio Technicas and another one. No, yeah, he should have said D's nuts, but I guess I hadn't antagonized him quite as much as I eventually did at that point.
Oh, good.
No, at some point he
By the
actually.
way, I like him. I enjoy his stuff.
Oh yeah. I mean, I actually he posted a video I prepared for him on his channel once because I kept trying to get him into quad.
They did a reaction to it, right?
He didn't actually do a reaction to it. He just posted it. The thing that's weird about Steve Guttenberg is there's like two different versions of him. Because anytime he posts anything relating to surround sound, quad, 5.1, Dolby
You only
Atmos
have two
surround,
ears.
he always posts negative shit about that and comes off with that it's a waste of time, it's a waste of money, it's a waste of effort. Like he's very dismissive of it on his channel. But if you get on the phone with him and have a conversation with him about it, that's
Did you
not.
call him?
Yeah, I years ago we did have a few phone conversations.
Wow, he's your bestie.
Yeah.
Why'd you guys go out and drink and have a beer?
I gave him my number. The phone rang, unknown New York number. And so he didn't give me a way to call him back.
So Dune says, and he was awesome on Police Academy 2.
Yeah, no.
I think he meant TW. Was he a guest on that show
as well? Well,
movie?
No. There's Steve Guttenberg, the actor who was one of the officers in Police Academy, and there's Steve Guttenberg, the
Well, Steve
audiophiliac.
Gutenberg was also in Short
So
Circuit.
two people.
Yeah.
Steve Gutenberg was also in Short Circuit. He was awesome.
So, anyways, we talked on the phone, and when he talks on the phone, his gripe with surround sound is that there's not been a serious effort by the music industry to put the music out there. A lot of the mixes that were done were done poorly. Basically, he kind of was like, it was a good idea, it just wasn't executed well, which is a very different message than what he presents on his YouTube channel of being very dismissive about it. So it's like, and the thing is, I talked to him and I'm like, okay, he just hasn't had a chance to go in depth on what he really feels about it on his YouTube channel. And then he goes on his YouTube channel and does the same shit posting. And it's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Why are you, why don't you actually go into the stuff we really talked about and how you really feel about this? So yeah, he's just an asshole sometimes.
Persona.
Well, the thing about it is that he creates content that appeals to the audiophile crowd. And the majority of audiophiles are also very dismissive of surround sound. So he really has nothing to gain by talking up surround sound. And his feelings about it are generally negative. It's just that the negativity is more nuanced if you get on a one-on-one conversation with him than his dismissive messaging on the YouTube channel.
So why don't you why don't you ask him to recommend a entry-level surround sound system?
I could do that if you want.
he doesn't review or he doesn't even have a surround sound set up in his home anymore. Or if
he doesn't.
Or if he does, it's only for movies and he won't listen to music on it. Like, because
okay, all right.
Because I've tried to say, like, and the thing is that his gripe is that the material wasn't available, the mixes weren't good. We're in a new renaissance of surround sound. Dolby Atmos Blu-ray releases have been just my wallet is crying.
Yay!
You know, I mean, heck, I got in front of me right now. I got
new stuff.
Yeah, I got 3 discs I need to rip that have come in within the past month. Alan Parsons' Project I, Robot.
Oh, nice.
Propaganda.
Okay.
And Welcome to the Pleasure Dome, Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
Well, that's a good one, too.
Yeah, with Dolby Atmos surround mixes. So
Gators,
yes?
Just to let you know, in February, if you hurry up, you can go to Florida and go see Styx live in concert.
Okay.
There you go.
Not going to do that, but that is cool.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, okay. Yeah, Amazon carries a whole shitload of titles.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd Animals and
yeah.
Skylarking Atmos Edition by Steven Wilson, whoever the fuck that is.
He's a very
Chicago 432 greatest hits. No, that's
a lot of hits.
IX, so it's 9.
Yes.
Pink Floyd Master Collection, Dark Side of the Moon.
Chicago.
Drums. Oh, Steve Wilson again.
Steve Wilson is
Fleetwood
very
Mac.
Yeah, same title and Rumors.
Oh, Fleetwood Mac would be a good one.
And yeah, I mean, heck, just to let me pull up my Atmos folder and just start rambling through some of the Atmos discs I have bought. ABC, The Lexicon of Love, Beatles, Abbey Road, and Let It Be, Blur, The Ballad of Darren, Book of Shade has 3 albums.
Elton John.
The
The
Diamonds
Who?
collection. Yes, the Who have
Who
done.
Are
Who's,
You?
Who's
Yep,
next?
and Who's
and
next?
Who Are You?
Another
in
Elton
Atmos.
John, Captain Fantastic.
Yeah, that
Good
recently
album.
came out. Yeah, Wham.
Tears for Fears, whoever the fuck they are.
I love Tears for
Everybody
Fears.
wants to rule the world.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gators,
that's
you
dark.
said you got which one? What was the last one you
You
said?
don't remember that song?
No.
What?
You don't remember Tears for Fear?
Oh,
Apparently, under the
Tears.
Blu-ray category is these Wharfendale speakers.
Okay.
Apparently, they also do Blu-ray.
Prince, Purple Rain,
What was the one before
Diamonds
that,
and
Gators? I missed the
Pearls.
first one before Prince. What was that one?
Oops, Amazon wasn't showing that.
We were talking about Tears for Fear, Soft Cell,
Sounds good.
Simple Minds.
That's a good one.
A lot of 80s stuff has come
Yeah,
out. And
there's some good stuff.
a Ramones box set of 4 of their albums.
Do you have Archie's? Did they make an Archie's surround sound? Atmos
Well,
mix?
there was an Archie's quadraphonic 8-track tape, but it's not a very good quad mix. But no,
So
nothing
they
modern.
didn't make an Atmos Blu-ray for it yet.
No, that they have. Not, you might have to do some AI stem making to make your own.
Do we need to poke them and say, yo, can you do Archie's?
Um,
Because I need Yummy Yummy and Atmos. I'm sorry.
did you just credit Yummy Yummy to the Archies?
No, I did not.
We might have to roll the tape back.
We
on
might
that.
have to roll the tape.
I
did
think
not.
he did.
I
did not.
I think we all heard that.
No, I did not say that.
I
did not.
We must have all misheard it. We better check our microphones because we use cheap ones.
let's rewind and
No,
clarify.
do not rewind.
Are you requesting Archie's in Atmos, or are you requesting Yummy Yummy in Atmos?
We won't talk about that. I want them both, actually.
You want them both? Okay, all right. I don't know, maybe they could do a bubblegum collection that includes the Archies and the Ohio Express, and throw in a little 1910 Fruit Gum Company while we're at it.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm in Wikipedia looking at for Yummy Yummy, and there is a Yummy Yummy album, studio album by the Wiggles.
What? Oh, the Wiggles in Atmos. That's worth it.
Of course, the single is Ohio Express.
Yeah, Ohio Express.
And
Right.
then there's a Yummy Yummy Cooking Jam video game.
Yeah,
No.
there is.
There's a Yummy Yummy TV series, a Hong Kong TV series program.
That probably is true.
we'll probably
There's a
have to-
Yummy 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 album, studio album by Julie London.
Mhm.
Oh. Wow.
Oh, and then they have a. Oh, and then we go to Yummy Mummies reality
Oh,
TV
that's a cereal.
series.
The yummy, fruity, yummy mummy breakfast cereal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hendrix came out with actually 3 Atmos sets. I haven't put the live one yet. But Axis Bold as Love set that includes Atmos Remix and Electric Ladyland disc that has Atmos. Flaming Lips, Yoshimi Battles the Pink
Ooh.
Robots has come out in Atmos.
There's a Beethoven symphonies.
Well, yeah, classical will find their way into the surround catalog.
Wicked,
as
and it's a
well.
Herbert von Karajan.
Ah. So there's
That would be
that.
excellent.
Yeah. Thin Lizzy. Some Thin Lizzy have come out 10 years
Thin
after.
Lizzy by Beethoven.
What about
No.
Steve
Holy
Miller Band
mackerel,
gamers?
that's not bad price.
What about Steve Miller Band?
The Beethoven, it's only $46.
So are you going to put some speakers in your ceiling?
So well, should I get a new receiver? Should I get a new
I don't know.
receiver?
Yeah. And, you could do Dolby Atmos and just set it to play back in 5.1 and 7.1 surround.
Yeah, you can.
You
Well, I
could
have
get
this old receiver that I'm thinking of setting up again. That
Well,
is
it
a
would do Atmos,
4.0.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it's-
Would
will do
Atmos go there?
No, probably not.
I mean, you can hook all the speakers
May-
and twist them all together.
Now, do you
so they all
need
do one side or the other, but-
a way to decode the Atmos?
The
In your
receiver
equipment?
decodes the Atmos and sends it out to the speakers,
Yeah.
and it's compatible with different speaker configurations. The receiver
No, I'm
takes
saying
care.
if you have something that's just a regular, an older surround system, can it recognize? Is it compatible?
there's no such thing as a standalone Atmos decoder. They're built into receivers.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you have an old receiver, will it decode to Atmos?
No.
No,
So you have to buy a new receiver.
Yeah.
right,
That was the bottom line question.
Yep. Yeah.
right.
Right.
Um,
But this is actually quite cool
now of
because
course,
I have some albums that are
now the problem is a lot of these releases were limited time pre-order releases, so you might not be able to buy new copies of a lot of what has been released. That's just the way of the industry these days. You got to pre-order, and then they sell out, and then they're gone, and then.
right. Okay, so there is
I
7 new ones that are available.
But I could. Well, I mean, the Beethoven is probably just a standard imprint item, but a lot of the '80s stuff that we've been talking about, those are one and done. You basically
Right.
got to go to Discogs and pay inflated prices for used copies.
Yeah, I
or-
noticed. In fact, I noticed
get a
even
friend.
on the Herbert von Karajan,
Yeah,
the used ones are more expensive.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
but I can send you copies of things that I have. Of course, I do
Oh,
have
for offsite backups?
for offsite backups.
Yeah.
If ethical sharing, if it's out of print and they won't sell it to you, fuck you.
Honestly, I almost completely agree about that.
Yeah.
Because there's stuff that I want in an anime stuff, and they're not licensed anywhere in the United States, and their licenses are floating, and no one wants them. So I have no problem. I have no problem getting a copy.
I have
of them.
no moral problems
I have no
sharing
problem with that,
things that
yeah.
are out of print. It's totally illegal and against the law, and I get the reasons why. But if they're out of print and there are no good faith efforts to
Yeah.
get them back in
Hey,
print, make them
you know what?
available,
You know what?
fuck you.
Game-
Fuck
So
you.
So you feel
I
free
will
to
share it.
share an old
Gamers.
version of Windows 7.
I can give you a copy of Windows 7. That's fine.
Well, I would, but it would be quicker for you to just find one on the internet.
I mean, I'm going to tell you.
Can you still find them?
Oh, heck, I probably got them at archive.org.
I don't know why you would, but you can.
Heck, I could probably go in my basement and round up about 20 copies and just mail you a disc.
20. Actually, I have.
But I don't have the stickers with the codes on them anymore.
I have a virgin
Oh.
copy in the shrink wrap with the sticker.
No,
Oh, there you
know
go.
what?
You're set.
You know what? This is not a big secret for Windows 7. All you have to do is type in 111 1111 11 111 11111 for your serial number.
That would have been hilarious if it ended with 1112.
Oh yeah, that was Office.
I was
Office
waiting for
1112
some
and
different
the
number.
rest of ones.
I was waiting for a 2 at the end. That's how I would have been like, no, I'm
Actually, it
just
would have to
joking.
be 42, right?
No.
42. Yes.
42. No. And Office, Microsoft Office, 2000 was 1112, and then the rest were ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That was back in
Wow.
the day, man. That
So,
was their
We have
that's code that
secrets
everybody used.
here.
Huh?
We have secrets.
No, it's not a secret.
We share
So-
secrets.
So to me, it's a little infuriating that we're in this new golden age of surround sound when
Yeah.
Steve Guttenberg's big gripe was, well, the industry didn't release enough titles. There wasn't enough available. The mixing wasn't done. We got great stuff being done. Quality mixes. Many titles worthwhile. What did he do? He did one video early on about listening to Atmos on earbuds and saying like, well, I think he did like a little bit of a setup and streamed a few
But
things.
Atmos just isn't right.
Right.
It
Well,
doesn't sound well. Okay.
well, I think he also did some speaker setup, but
Let me
he didn't
rephrase
do a
this.
proper speaker setup.
Let me rephrase that. Back in the day, back when it was first out, Dolby Atmos on earphones sucked horribly. I've heard some decent versions of the decent spatial audio stuff. So that stuff that Apple has done. So I'm gonna say I don't like the AirPod Maxes,
No.
but their Dolby their spatial audio I've heard is pretty decent.
Well, the point, and
Yeah.
I think he did set up some speakers. It's been a while since I watched a video, so I could be misremembering. I think he didn't have balanced speakers. I don't know if he did the up-firing ones or what he did for, but his assessment of it was that he was very dismissive to the surround sound still. He thought, if anything, the center channel helped give a better stereo presence in the front, but the rest of it was a waste. And I'm like, damn, Steve, you just why you do me dirty like that? So I don't know.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
he just preaches.
I mean,
to his
when I bought
choir.
my surround system, one of the systems I looked at was the Sony surround system, which included an SACD player, right?
Right.
And I looked at the titles that were available. Again, it was still fairly early, and I go, there aren't that many titles. Why would I buy this?
SACD and DVD-A launches were a joke, a fucking joke.
Sure.
And
I mean, at least when they came out with DVD, there were tons of porn titles available.
But
Well, so
and
was
when
Blu-ray.
they launched CD,
Yeah.
they launched a wider catalog of material than when they launched SACD.
Well,
and
sure.
DVD.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way to do
It's-
it. Is launch a shitload of titles when the hardware is available.
There was this industry insider who was a fan of SACD that worked for one of the major labels. I think it might have been Universal. I don't remember. And he came around the Quadraphonic Quad forums talking about stuff. And this guy, I'm sorry, I thought the guy was a fucking asshole. Even though this guy was a champion of surround sound from within the industry, he just kept spouting off bullshit that was, he kept repeating the industry lies. And I guess he was too close to it that he believed them, because anyone that was paying attention could see easily what happened. First of all, you had a format war. You had two dueling formats, no universal player at the time. Universal players didn't come out till like people were already given up on them.
Yeah.
So it was, and like you said, Brian, you went to the store, you looked at a system, you looked at an SACD player, you saw very few discs, you didn't buy it. Logical choice.
Yeah.
Not to mention, if you saw that, hey, there's a competing format and they're both not going to stick around forever, like, I'll wait and see which one. So to me, it's like they didn't
Right,
mark.
and the
Let me-
bottom
let
line
me-
is I was doing it for surround television.
Right.
So
So-
instead I went with Bose and, the Bose speaker setup
Yeah.
and that Denon. receiver.
Brian, I think you just hurt Gator's soul just a little bit.
The only
I
way you
heard
can make
that.
this worse is if you were drinking some Folgers while listening to those bows.
Oh God!
Thank
Gators!
you.
I know. That's why I said that
Gators!
first.
You said the F-bomb. Don't ever do that.
Well,
on
he
the
threw
show.
out the B bomb. I'm going to throw out the F bomb.
Dang.
And then, of course, I mentioned Denon receiver.
Oh, I like Denon.
I don't have a problem with Denon.
Yeah,
I know
no problem
Denon,
with
yeah, but I said it the way I like to say it.
Oh,
Denon.
Denon.
yeah.
Wait, isn't that a yogurt?
Hey, that's a good
Dannon.
one.
That's Dannon. But
Pretty close. They're all
so
close, right?
so the point is the industry launched a format war, launched very few titles for each, barely promoted them. Of course they're not going to sell.
Sure.
So this industry insider, he basically lays it out, all these problems that existed, and he goes, but at the end of the day, it all didn't matter because no one wanted to buy them anyways. The sales figures showed it. And I replied to this guy, you fucking idiot. Of course the sales were low because of all the reasons you cited. And it's, and that's the problem with these suits that have their head inserted that far up their ass. They want to see people buy something they can't before offering it to them because no one wants to take any fucking chances. Oh, God, that guy was an asshole. And he got pissed off about people getting pissed off at him. And so he's like, well, fuck you guys. I'm not posting around here anymore.
Okay,
And,
goodbye.
Yeah.
Because you're not being helpful. How are you promoting? You're not promoting the industry at all.
Well, this was after the fact. He was kind of doing a post-mortem, but his post-mortem assessment was
Right.
and he was like, well, I was insider. I saw the sales figures, so I know what I'm talking about. It's like, fuck you. You know the figures, but you don't know why the figures were like that. You assholes caused that. We went out there and bought them. You gave us nothing more. Fuck you.
Well, there are countless examples of how companies came out with something but had no clue on how to promote it. Automotive industry, for one.
Yeah.
There were tons of cars. They're just badly promoted.
Yeah. But so anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, we were talking about you. So you're thinking of buying a new Atmos. You can get up firing speakers that'll bounce off your ceiling, so that you don't have to install ceiling speakers, which is probably more your bag.
You know what? Some of them are pretty good. I hear some are not bad.
I've not heard them myself. I bought a circular saw attachment for my cordless drill, and now I know what my ceiling tastes like. And
I know that feeling. I know that taste.
You're tasting it right now, aren't you?
Oh, not this ceiling. Actually, I don't have
Asbestos,
popcorn
my
ceiling anymore,
favorite.
so I'm not going to taste much.
The popcorn is delicious.
That's
Which
right.
supposedly is super toxic.
But
Just needs a little more butter.
But mine's got the orange peel texture to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
So the way I set up
did it
this
taste
this
like orange?
4.0,
No. Tastes like powder.
the way I set up this 4.0 system, I had
Wait.
bookshelves that had two of the speakers,
What,
on
4.0
opposite
what?
corners.
Right.
And then across that, since there was a closet door there, where there ain't going to be no damn shelf there, I did poke a hole in the wall to mount it in the ceiling.
Ah.
Oh, there you go.
And for those, I ran a wire into the ceiling, down the side of the wall to, in fact, I have 4 wires that come out to, a little wall jack opening, and wired two that go to the speakers. There are another set of wires that,
Yeah.
No, they better be going around on the floor. I think only 2 that came down into that thing was the ceiling speakers. And I don't even remember how I did that. It's like, ooh, did I go into the fucking attic? I must have.
Yeah. Well, I mean, attic's not too bad it's easy to access to run things through around your ceiling.
Well, it's in the slope, so you can only go so far.
Right.
Well, that's of course the shelves were by the window, which would have been, an inch high. So I didn't do that, of course.
Well, if you drilled from the bottom up, fished something up, and got it far enough that you could go up and pull it
and grab it, yeah.
Grab it. That's how I would go about that.
But even still, I didn't have to go that far.
Yeah.
So I was on the opposite end toward the middle. So it was fairly
easy peasy.
Yeah, it was easy.
I'll just drill a hole in the ceiling and have my neighbors upstairs move the wire to the other hole and move it back down.
Oh yeah. In fact, if you
just move the wire for me, thanks.
If you get all of the speakers in there, says by the way, you can tap in and put in your own speakers, and you've got an Atmos system.
Oh, he has a pretty good.
Just pound on the floor when you want me to put something on.
This reminds me. I don't know what the reasoning for this was. Maybe we had an outlet put in for the microwave before we got it, but there was some reason that some people needed to drill a hole to run a wire into our kitchen inside a wall. Probably, it must have been it. That outlet where the microwave cart was must have not been there when we bought that. I could look through pictures and figure that. Anyways,
do you remember what outlets you put in?
No, these were in the house that I grew up in when I was a child. But the only reason the thing I remember about this was that there's a hole in the bottom of our pantry, and I remember overhearing my mom tell the story where the guys were here running the wire, and the guys pushing the wire up. One guy's in the basement, one guy's upstairs, and the guy's like, keep pushing. And the guy's like, I am pushing. He's like, well, there's nothing coming through. Well, I'll keep pushing. And then my mom hears the sound of paper grocery bags rustling from the floor of the pantry.
Wrong side.
So you're saying that the hole is actually on the floor, not on the wall.
No,
is that right?
Right. The wrong hole was in the floor of the pantry instead of coming inside the wall, which was adjacent to the pantry. Which I guess.
So my folks got Camcast out to put in some cable, right?
Right.
In their house, and there's a small little room between, like, one of the spare bedrooms and the dining room, I think it was. And there was a pocket door. The fucking Comcast guy drilled a hole through the pocket door.
Oh.
So you can't even open and close the door.
Well, he realized his mistake. He pulled the cable out and rerouted it anyway, but there's still a hole in the door.
There's a they only put the holes in. You have to call another person to fix the holes.
Exactly. Crap.
Yeah, I think there were basically, and that's the thing, when I was actually looking into hiring an electrician to wire this house before I went the DIY route, they say that you should plan to have a contractor in afterwards to patch up and sand and smooth.
Because they wouldn't do that as well.
Because I guess the rule of thumb is electricians will make an effort to do a tidy job and to clean things up, but that's not their specialty. So if you really want it done right, you might want to consider that there might be some.
I think the answer is: can you recommend someone that you've worked with before? This is going to be critical to actually you getting this job.
Right. But anyways, that I ended up doing the DIY route, and I probably should call a contractor in to smooth up some rough edges. So,
oh no, you could do it.
I could, but I haven't for years now. Everything's patched. It's just everything's not necessarily smoothed and repainted. So there are a few.
You're down to the easy part though.
No, well, not when you're a perfectionist.
You could do it. You could do it.
I sand. I expose.
A perfectionist that leaves something that's undone. That's not a very good perfectionist.
I'm a lazy perfectionist.
No, there you go.
If I can't do it perfect, I'll live with it.
Okay, so our neighbors at the beach house, they've been talking about projects in the house as long as we've owned ours, which is about a dozen years. And they're finally talking about doing their kitchen. But this lady is very fussy. Now, I haven't seen the cabinets, but they're old cabinets. They're crappy, and they want to repaint them. Why don't you just replace them with nice cabinets? I mean, the cabinets we have in our beach house are just these kind of cheap cabinets from Sears. I get it. You'd want to do better than that because you're living there. But these were people that owned it basically to flip the house, fix it up a bit to flip it.
Right.
So they didn't do it. They didn't do a top notch. In fact, I think they replaced the windows, again, a dozen years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They need to replace them again because I think it's the E filter, film inside between the panes is all going bad. Which, did someone spray paint some weird ass paint, psychedelic colors on our windows? It's just a faint thing. It looks slightly cloudy, and it's horrible.
So how was everyone's New Year's?
Mars, where did you go?
That good.
I went to my sister's. And then for New Year's we went to my niece's as usual, and we did the countdown there with family.
Whereabouts is your sister's?
Fremont.
Oh, in Fremont, so not really far away.
Down the road,
No,
basically.
not that far.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, you do talk about your sister quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, no, I was down there, and then I went to my niece's, and we rang in the New Year, and I went back and hung out for a couple days.
Cool. So you got on the street with a bunch of drunks.
What?
What?
That's what New Year's is for. Get on the highway with a bunch of drunks on.
No, it sounds like he hung out there for a while.
Actually, there was no highways. We went back roads. It's not that far from my nieces and my sisters.
Ah.
So, there you go.
But at what time of night were we on the road?
12:05
p.m.
A.M.
I mean a.m. Yes, right.
Oh, why 12:05 p.m., dude?
Happy New
partying for
Year!
long.
Wow, the sun is out.
You were on the roads with the drunks because they actually don't stick to just the highways.
Yeah, probably. We didn't see many people. It's fine. And not many fireworks this year either because it was just pouring rain. So.
Well, usually the drunks party for a little bit past midnight before they get back on the road.
Right?
So maybe on the road
maybe that just after midnight is the perfect time to be on the road.
I'm gonna say it was pretty quiet around the Bay Area this year, just because it was pouring rain for the most.
Yeah,
for the most
that's
part.
right.
So, I mean,
now have you got any flooding in your area?
I've been very lucky that I don't get much flooding in this area, in this section. When it was gone, apparently the parking lot flooded, but there's a big giant grate out there that they sweep off and it drains it down pretty good. So
right.
So yeah, no real flooding, but it's okay.
So Johnny,
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, go ahead. Finish.
I was gonna say if everything disintegrates around here, the only thing left will be those stairs. So.
Mod Pro.
Yeah.
Hey.
Mod Pro. Looking for the feet pics.
Ew.
So Happy New Year, Mod Pro.
Yeah, hey, Mod Pro.
Yay.
Or it's funny. A coworker who is of maybe more extreme like mine than me was like, "Happy New Year," but is it really? I'm like, well, we're another year closer.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
You know what?
So
just beginning. There's a lot of it to go.
Right.
And man, is it off to a start, but that's not what we're going to talk about. So, Brian, how did you bring in your New Year?
Yeah, Brian, how New Year's it?
Hang on a second.
Oh.
Well, my plans got canceled at the last minute.
Oh no! What happened?
What were your plans?
My cousin got a bug going through their home or their family.
What kind of
bug? I don't know. They didn't elaborate on it.
Oh.
So I don't know if it's the sneezy kind or the shits kind or whatever. I don't need to know.
Well, if it's the shits kind,
it seemed like a good excuse to not go.
Yeah. Well, they canceled, so that wasn't even an option. Basically, we'll reschedule for a post New Year's celebration. So we're going this weekend this Saturday. I don't know if we're
and
staying
I,
for
and
a
I hope that they're all
countdown.
better. I hope they're all better.
Well, we'll find. If there's not, they'll cancel again.
Okay.
So yeah, we just kind of stayed in and watched some Twilight Zone.
Oh,
Marathon.
cool.
And then what about you, Brian?
We just stayed home.
Ah, yeah.
Yep,
Nothing
we
wrong with
stayed
that.
up the roads to keep away from the drunks.
Now, did you stay up or did you just go to bed at your normal time?
Well, normal time is about 2 a.m. So,
Oh, you're night
but
walks.
we didn't watch any of the celebrations because at this point that shit is all boring.
But I
Did-
heard
did
Diana
you
Ross
even-
was on them.
Did you even watch a countdown at the time?
No, we don't care.
So you
Why
don't even
Diana
know
Ross
when
was
it
on it?
rung. Did your clock set off an alarm or something? So you do to wish
no,
each other a happy New
we
Year?
just don't care.
Okay, so you just stayed in and didn't celebrate.
Gators.
Yeah, we just watched our normal TV, whatever that we were doing.
Yeah, okay.
I forget what we were watching. Whether we were watching MythBusters or
Some NYPD Blue.
we actually just, I think it was yesterday, we finished up watching the Stargate Atlantis, which is not quite as good as the SG-1.
Brian, did you hear they're
What's up?
bringing another one out?
What?
They're doing another Stargate.
You know, I've heard that they were, but I'm trying to think, where are they going to go? Because, I mean, Stargate Universe really sucked.
No. This is supposed to happen but I think it's supposed to happen around the same time as Atlantis and the original.
Okay, so they're going to kind of continue with
They're going to continue
the storyline
They're gonna
of the.
I don't know if it's going to be the same people, of course, but yeah, I think they're going to continue it. Gators.
Yeah, I did
Gators,
see one thing about it being produced, but yeah, I never really kind of caught any information on that.
Gators.
What's that?
CES coverage. There's a wet food dispenser for cats. Just to
Oh.
let you know.
Say again? Who did what?
There's a wet food dispenser for cats.
Well, it would have to be powered
Wicked.
and refrigerated, right?
I don't know. I didn't look at it. I'm just reading the headlines. But
Oh.
I'm reading my CES coverage because it's
Oh.
CES time, everyone. Come on, all week. Let's go.
We'll have to look.
I
at,
need me some new crap that may not come out.
Well, I don't only have new crap. I got old crap, but
Well,
I got new old crap.
They apparently are making tapes that sound just as good as Quadraphonics right now. So
Yeah, but I got new old crap. I bought something off of eBay.
ooh, what'd you get?
Well, I've been eyeing one of these up for a while, but the first person that was selling one was in Florida, and they don't know how to add UPS or FedEx to their shipping options. And selling something big and bulky through the postal service means like $70 in shipping fees, which is ridiculous for an item that they only want
Wait,
$20 to
what could
$25
Gators want
for.
That's big and bulky from Florida.
So
That's new old. Is it a new Victrola?
So I actually reached out to the person at some point and was like, "Are you sure that I have to pay $70 shipping? That's steep." And like, that's what the shipping price is. They would not work with me on it.
Is it
so,
a Laser Guided Victrola?
But no, it's not a Victrola. So I kept an eye out for another one, and another one turned up, and they actually know how to ship via UPS. So it got here for a reasonable price, which means that I paid $25 for the item plus $25
Is it an
for shipping.
Emerson 29-inch television, CRT television?
It is not a television, nor is it Emerson,
Okay.
but it's got a handle.
Well, that could say an awful lot. I mean, who knows? It's big and bulky and has a handle. Did you buy a Ghetto Blaster?
It is a CD cassette AM FM radio boombox
Ooh, he got a Ghetto Blaster
with handle.
Go Gators. Does it have the equalizer on it? This is the fancy equalizer. Can you put it on your shoulder and look ghetto?
I could, yeah, it goes on my shoulder.
Nice.
I mean, the real old school ones were cassette or dual cassette. This is getting more into the CD era.
Okay.
when they had rounder curves around the speakers, less boxy.
How many D cells does it take?
Too many. 8.
8 D cells. Yeah, so okay, that's fine. That's fine. So those boombox, I saw one. Someone was talking about these boomboxes, big giant, like 12-inch high boom boxes, right? Those they're saying they take 24 D cells, and I'm like, I can believe it.
It doesn't have an
3 hour
equalizer. It has a tone knob. It does have a button that lets you set it to normal bias or
Does that have the
chromium
bass
bias
boost?
tape.
The bass boost.
It does not have the bass boost, but the tone knob, I guess, would adjust your treble
Okay.
bass.
Bass boost.
Unfortunately, I now feel old because something that I once had. This is the model I had when I was younger that I got at some point in the early
nice.
90s. It was my first
A little
CD
nostalgia
player.
a little nostalgia
Yeah,
buy. That's
yeah.
nice.
So I was looking for this specific model. You can't find these that they still work. So I had to buy a new long screwdriver because my screwdriver would not go down the hole far enough to reach the screw.
That's what she said.
So but actually the one I originally had, I mean, I used it to tape stuff off the radio back in the day, or to dub my CDs to cassette because it was before Discmans were a dime a dozen. And I would buy CDs because I knew that buying CDs was smarter than buying cassettes. But my portable player to listen to on the school bus was a Walkman. So I would buy the CDs, dub them to blank cassette using this, and listen to the taped versions on my Walkman on the bus. And I'd play the CDs at home in my room. I had it on top of the speaker of my old school console.
Did you just have the plug to plug it in the whole time?
What's that? Yeah, I just use the plug because I mainly use it in my
'cause,
room.
Could you imagine how many I mean, you would buy 8 D cells for things, and they last 3 hours.
I
literally.
don't remember. I think a few times I bought batteries for it, but
Or you leave
not
them
often.
in. You leave them in, but you never flip that little switch that says go to battery.
well, this doesn't even have a switch for it. It's just that if you don't have the power cord connected, it'll run off battery if they're there.
Oh. That's what I
but-
get for having a Lucky Gold Star version or a Gold
But
Star version.
but the one I had, at some point, a tape jammed up in it, and it jammed up so bad that I couldn't get all the tape out. And I think I might have actually ended up breaking the roller out trying to get the, because you know, cassette tape, if it'll stretch, it'll turn to like this floss that just jams in every.
It's spaghetti.
Yeah, it was. So at some point when I was in college, I really got into 8-tracks again and started building up an 8-track collection. And I wanted to.
And his passion never left.
Right. It actually has waned and come back a few times. I left behind a lot of 8-tracks in Maine when I moved to California, and then I started buying them again.
Oh, does Gothard have those though?
No, I gave them to Bob at the record
Oh.
store. I said, "Hey, you have any interest in a box of about 200 8-track tapes?" He said, "Bring them in."
Them, didn't he?
What's that?
He yoinked them, huh?
He started basically kept the box near the checkout counter, and anyone that bought records, he said, "Oh, help yourself to a free tape."
Wow!
Ooh.
All your tapes you worked hard for, you just gave away.
Yeah, they were not.
That kind of hurts.
Well, no, I mean, hey, they went to people that probably enjoyed them, got a kick out of them, you know, and I kind of.
Well, they
it
probably
wasn't-
put it in their car next to their Doobie Brothers.
I needed to slim down some things moving into a 1-bedroom apartment in California.
Now my
So,
question is,
Yeah.
do you have all the tapes that you had given back to Bob at the time?
No, and I don't really care. I don't need to rebuild that much of a collection.
Oh.
But then again, I probably have close to the same amount, but different ones this time. Like I didn't find another copy of Flip Wilson, The Devil Made Me Buy This Dress on 8-track. So that is that. I don't know if I'll ever find another copy of that for my collection. Nor do I need one. I have the record. I don't remember the last time I listened to it. But the point is that in college, since I had amassed such an 8-track collection, I thought it'd be cooler to have a portable 8-track to listen to in the car or on the beach, then it would be to use my Walkman. And so I started looking for decent portable 8-track options. The problem is that portable 8-tracks don't really have headphone jacks on them. So I found this
why.
What's that?
I wonder why.
Well, that's just not the way they. For one thing, a lot of the portable 8-tracks were mono, with just a single speaker in them that would sum the stereo down to a mono sum. So there wasn't a stereo amplifier to run to a stereo headphone. The closest thing I found was that there was a GE portable model that had an earphone jack, but it was a mono earphone jack. So
Did they have did they have like aux out or something you could hook to an amp or something?
not the portable players were like, the Panasonic plungers. They were really just meant to have a single speaker. I mean, these were budget things. These were not hi-fi, high quality. So it was really a cheap amplifier, usually mono, and a speaker and a battery compartment and a connection for a cable. It was a pretty basic, cheap model, most of them. There really wasn't much of a headphone mindset for portable 8-track. I guess it was a different world in the 70s. Well, Brian, you were there. Before Walkman with headphones, was there much of a mindset of listening to music on the go, or was it, I mean, I guess you had, earphones with an AM transistor radio, but...
Well, I'm thinking like the Walkman was the answer to the big old boom box.
But the Walkman was an 80s product. In the 70s, was there ever a thought of headphone music on the go? Or was it pretty much...
I don't think so.
Yeah, that mindset just wasn't...
I mean, there were some portable cassette players, but they were pretty big.
They were very portable.
But
I mean, relatively speaking, there was something that was the size about of a transistor, a bigger transistor radio.
So I had
But
acquired...
they hadn't really worked out. Yeah, you really need to have headphones for this.
So it was really...
I think it took a while for the whole idea to be adapted.
There really wasn't something that existed that kind of fit the bill for what I was looking on. Portable 8-track on the beach. What I did do for a period of time was they made these 8-track players that looked like a component, but they actually had the amplifier built in, and you connect speakers directly to it. So it was like a little mini amplified 8-track player that you'd connect external speakers to and had a volume knob. And those had a 1/4-inch stereo headphone jack on them. But those were powered by AC power because they were not meant to be portable, because you'd connect external speakers. So I figured out what the voltage was coming off of the transformer that was converting AC to DC power. And I bought some C-cell battery packs or clips that would hold C-cell batteries from Radio Shack. And I wired them in to run this little, amplified 8-track unit off of C-cell batteries and use the 1/4-inch adapter on my headphone to use the headphone jack on it. And I mean, it was, I had a tote bag with a component 8-track deck and some tapes in it that I bring onto the beach, set up on my beach towel, and then plug in my headphones to.
Hey,
It looked ridiculous.
Do what you gotta do.
But eventually what I did was I took my boombox like this and I opened it up and I looked at what was going on with the cassette deck, because the cassette deck was done. The roller was broken. But I'm like, what if I could somehow replace the cassette deck with an 8-track deck on it? And
There goes young Gators thinking.
and I absolutely pulled it off, and I don't know why I didn't keep it. I don't know if something else went wrong with it, that I tossed it, or if I just left it behind when I moved
Are
to
you gonna do it
Maine.
again?
No, I'm not going to do it again. It was kind of, it's a better story than it is to repeat, and I don't know if I could ever repeat it exactly. But what I did is when I took the cassette component out, I found that I had basically 4 wires that were left from removing the cassette, and that was actually 5 wires, although 2 sets of wires, because you had the wires that connect it to the head of the cassette deck. So that'd be 3 wires because left, right, and a common return. And then you had the wires that powered the motor that fed into there. And so it's like, well, what's an 8-track deck? 3 wires coming off of a head, 2 wires go into a motor. And the wire was providing DC power for a DC motor. So I'm like, well, shit, if I could come up with a way to hold an 8-track, the inside of a portable 8-track player into the hole that's left from removing the cassette component and wire these wires up to it, I could totally make this work. And so I actually, Radio Shack used to sell those plastic project boxes that you could build.
Well, I like the metal ones. Those are better, but plastic makes more sense for that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a black plastic, and it wedged in.
Bakelite.
Yeah.
And it wedged into the opening in front of there perfectly. And it was black, so it matched it. And I basically cut a hole in the front to be the door to the 8-track, and I was able to, because it had little slots, I found a metal plate that the 8-track was mounted to, slid just perfectly into the project box. It just happened to fit perfectly.
Never going to be able to do that again.
Well, I'd have to find the right... I think it was it might have been it was some kind of a cheap portable... I don't even remember what I took apart and got that out. But it fit in the project box. The project box fit in there. It all wedged in. It absolutely worked. And then plus this has a headphone jack. So that gave me an 8-track option running off of 8 D-cell batteries that had stereo headphone and a handle on it.
Did you have to super glue that plastic piece in there, or
no? It actually kind of just wedged in there and held. I mean,
fit. Nice.
Yeah, it just and it's like it's not permanently attached, but I'm not yanking it off. So Sparky writes in, I'm late to class. Only have 10 monitors.
Oh, Sparky, you need 2 more. 10 is not enough.
Yo, Sparky.
Yes, that is correct. 1.5 each. So yeah, this was my this is the same model I had. The AM/FM radio works on it. The cassette player, the motor runs. Sound only comes out of one of the speakers.
Oops.
So there's something off there, and the CD player is struggling to. Sometimes it'll read the index of the CD and tell you how many tracks is on it, but it doesn't consistently do that correctly. But even if it does, when you hit play, it's just unable to start playing the CD.
I don't
know.
That could be anywhere from a bad motor to just need to be cleaned.
The laser looks good. My cotton Q-tips would probably leave residue, so I really need to get a better.
Or replace the needle.
Yes.
Replace.
Yes. That is exactly. Yes. I gotta.
So when CDs first came out, I went to a Sears store in a mall, and they set it up on the second floor. And as you walked across the display of the CD player, the floor would bounce a little bit and make the CD skip. It's like, where's the advantage to this? This will never sell this way.
Remember when 10-second anti-skip was like a fancy, new, expensive feature on the best?
Yeah,
best
they
bands?
built a buffer into it.
And then 10-second became like shit. Like you had to have at least a minute.
Sure.
But I remember my dad bought a Discman that had the 10-second anti-skip, and that was it was fun.
What I would like is a version of XM radio that when you go past a building where you don't have a signal, there's enough in the buffer to play until the signal comes back.
Well,
that's never going to happen, though.
Well, it's going to have to build the buffer at the start, so it's going to have to give you a lag when you first start. It can't get a live signal in advance.
Yeah, but most of what they're playing doesn't need to be live. But then again, what happens when you run out of buffer, right?
Well, then it's going to have to rebuffer, much like you want a radio that works like the internet.
Yeah.
Sure.
Which, you know what? There probably is something there that could be done. And OX64 is in the house.
Yay! OX64.
And so anyways, that's my new toy. So the extra long screwdrivers are coming via Amazon tomorrow, so I could actually open it up and start trying to. But you're right, Mark. It could be it could be the laser is dirty. It looks pretty clean. I haven't tried cleaning it because I don't want to get cotton residue on it. But maybe if I'm careful, I suspect if it's going to be something easy, it could be the motor that runs the laser across the surface of the CD could be gummed up and it's struggling to move that along. So I could try cleaning and relubricating that.
Or it could just be a capacitor.
Yes. It could be something electronic. To
You're
phrase
hoping
that
not,
better.
but
Well, keep in mind, a CD playback requires a lot of precision components to be aligned and work together in precision. So it's not really surprising that a 30-year-old CD player is not exactly working.
yeah, you're exactly right.
Sparky goes, what was the standard time buffer when CDs were at their prime? I don't even remember anymore. I think I recall seeing like 60 seconds being advertised on the packaging. I think once you get to the point that you have a minute buffer that it can build up, that pretty much got you done. But it could have gone further than that for all I know.
I think they started off with 0.
Well, they did start with 0, but we're talking about prime. Well, prime would be 7 seconds, right?
I don't really know. Yeah,
that would. Come on, math joke. Come on, sound effect.
Padoop.
I mean,
Instant jingle player for radio broadcasting is not responding. The fuck's wrong with you?
Wow! You broke your eye. You broke your single. There you go.
There it is. Yeah, but now we need to do this because
it's not responding.
drum fill not responding.
Okay, so I'm looking at Atmos receivers, and the most recently thing that was released is by Marantz. It's 11.4.
Okay.
$4,800.
11 point. There should be 3 numbers there.
Yeah,
probably
it's
11.1.4.
I bet, or 1.4 point something.
I'm just looking at the title.
Usually a number in between those.
Well, you know how 5.1 is 5 speakers and 1 subwoofer.
Right.
So 11.4, the 11 refers to how many channels they could surround you with, and the 4 refers to how many channels could go into the speakers above you or the ceiling. So it's usually like 11.1.4 or 11.2.4, or if it's got a hookup for second subwoofer. I'm running a 4.0.4 with full range speakers on the floor
wow, is it
myself.
found?
Is it what?
Is it found? You said it was 4.0.4.
Right.
Well, there is no there is no
I'm wondering how long it would take you, Gators.
in this thing there is no center number. It's just 11.4.
Huh.
Sorry.
Interesting.
Maybe they don't count the subs
sub
anymore. Well, the subs generally are
It's usually the center number.
Usually
it's
the sub
11.2.4 usually.
Well, usually the subs take a line level output that
Yeah.
doesn't have amplification because they have their own amplifier built in to the box.
Oh.
So maybe that's why they're not counting.
They're talking about powered speakers.
So yeah, 11
powered
on
channels.
the floor, 4 in the ceiling, or 4 up firing.
So Brian,
Right.
look if you want to look at Atmos systems, look next week. And I say this because CES is going on right now. I'm not saying new stuff is going to be out, but everybody's going to discount their crap next week because new stuff is coming out. So if you really want to look next week for prices.
OX64 writing in, coded me a new DSP for my computer, 85% done. Now just need to code up the simulated quad sound for the rear sound card. I'm going to call it the Home Wrecker. Built-in heart-punching snare drums and earthquake bass. it's guaranteed to cause divorces.
Oh, do you have with the earthquake? Do you have an earthquake sub? Those things are freaking. Those things are huge.
You could also they make things that you could mount to like under your couch and then connect to the subwoofer output.
I call them the butt thumpers. I know they're the D box, right? Isn't that what they're called?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're called D box. But I call them the butt thumpers.
Yeah. No, that works. So yeah, I'll have to see in a future weekend if I can get this work. It's another project to throw on the pile, basically. But really, I just wanted to rebuy my
need a butt
part
thumper,
of my.
right? That's what you need. You need
No,
one of
I
those,
don't need it.
No, that's what you do. You really need it. And when the cat goes to lay down on your couch, you turn on the sub.
Oh
You play some music. Freak the cat out. You're great.
OX64 writes in, this DSP would probably work well with one of those couch things, but my sub is doing enough damage to my house as it is.
Yeah. Those earthquake systems are really.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they go down to like 10 kilohertz or something like that.
I think I lived above one of those once.
Yeah, I think most people in California have one of those.
I remember when I was listening to producer Bill doing his telethon show when they were doing shots of milk until they all puked. And they don't play that shot. And I'm like, oh my God, that's the rhythm I keep feeling on my floor from the asshole downstairs. Boom, 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 boom. And then there was a period of time where I don't know what Gangnam Style sounds like, but I know what it feels like. But that guy. Oh, God. At least he usually stopped by around midnight.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Right
A friendly neighbor.
Yeah. Well, tolerable, barely. Yeah. But he'd have people over for parties, and they'd all smoke on his back balcony, which meant that we couldn't open up the door of our balcony to let air in because it would let smoky air in from downstairs. So that was annoying that we really couldn't use our balcony much unless we wanted to.
The guy upstairs smokes pot. It's right after he gets some. So
we were smelling tobacco is what we were smelling.
Oh no! I'm talking about he smokes the skunk weed upstairs.
Ah.
So the only time he ever smokes the skunk weed is after he gets it.
OX64 writes in, Gangnam Style reminds me of that video of the people dancing in the parking garage and the whole level was flexing.
Nice.
Oh, dear. Yeah, that can't be good. So, yeah. Sparky ready and shot. Oh, man. I don't have that. Dune's got a button for that. I don't. No, I have. What the hell?
That worked right there.
That was cool. That's not what I was going for. Why did that effect come back? What the hell's wrong with my computer now? I don't get what.
You got the turkey?
Okay, that works.
Fine.
Alexa, shut up.
That works.
That shows that anything shipped with porn sells. Just so.
Alexa, shut up.
Yeah. I found that video the other day. I was like, oh, that's the video.
We're in the middle.
Okay, it works now.
No, I like the other version better. The first version was the 5-hit dude version. I swear.
Yeah.
Until 5-hit version.
Because as long as it only plays the first few words, there's nothing to be pissed off about.
No, yeah.
All right. Well, Sparky sending us a YouTube link, so we might have to.
What are we looking at, Sparky?
We might have to check that out. So let's see. Let's take a look here. What we got here? Yeah. That's what that felt like. Thank you for
that showed up in my Spotify Wrapped, and I'm like, I don't think I've ever listened to that song, so I don't know how that showed up there.
Yeah, I kind of remember that pattern now.
Yeah.
Oh man. We could talk about conference rooms.
Oh, conference rooms. How is Napoleon doing?
Napoleon? You mean Paul Revere?
Oh, Paul Revere. Close enough.
Napoleon.
One guy had a stinky hand, and one guy had, horse.
The British are coming. The French are coming. The British. I know.
Yeah, they're close. They're close. I mean, come on. They have Quebec and
Napoleon went
Canada.
out and warned all the troops that the British were coming.
Well, no, they have Quebec and Canada. That's close, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. So, anyways, when we last left off, we got the quote approved to get the better TV rack put into the Paul Revere room, and the way they got the quote approved was to cite it as a safety concern because they were concerned with me working under the TV and reaching back there that it could fall on me and hurt me. Even though no one really is fearing that, that was what they went with to get the quote easily approved.
It's like a sales pitch, right?
And it worked. Not only did they approve the quote quickly, the ears perked up of the head of the legal department and said, "Excuse me, who's trying to crush Jonathan with a TV?"
Why hasn't this happened already?
They're trying to look for somebody to sue.
And so the legal department gave strict orders to tell him to stop doing that. We don't want to have to deal with that as a legal issue. Oh, and he's kind of a nice guy, too. We'd hate for him to get hurt.
Wait, did they actually say that?
No, I'm paraphrasing.
Oh, okay.
The point is that
You're paraphrasing for the paralegal?
I'm telling it for with a humorous spin. They're all good people that care about me and don't want to see me get hurt, but also they do want to protect the legal interests of the company. Of course. And an employee getting crushed by a TV would be a legal concern.
They just don't want you to be rich. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was where we left off. And the last time the guy was in here and fixed things behind the TV, he didn't verify everything was working when he put the TV back on the wall. Because I come in the next day, the camera's not working. Now,
Oops.
I consider the camera in a conference room as the least important thing. I do
agree.
not.
I don't ever use the camera.
I do not understand. I serious when I get called to a conference room in front of a live meeting because the camera isn't working. There's a part of me that really has to restrain myself from saying, why in the fuck are you wasting time delaying your meeting for a camera? You got voice, you got sound, you can see your slides. Is it really worth wasting valuable time sitting here because people can't see you sitting around a table?
Well, in their defense, it's the people that don't understand the technology. I mean, you knew that you'd be able to still see the visual presentation, but it would be easy for a newbie or whatever, or a numbie to not recognize that the camera has nothing to do with that.
It takes 5 seconds to go. We can see the slides on the screen. Can you see the slides on your side? Yes, we can see the slides. Oh, okay. Let's let him know after the call and proceed with the meeting. Like, why are you hold up, delay the meeting, get the tech over here, make him drop everything to come here now so that you could see a bunch of...
How large was their audience, do you know?
Well, this isn't what happened this time. This is things that have happened in the past.
Well, and I understand, but for example, if it's 20 people that are involved in the meeting, yeah, holding up the meeting is stupid.
I don't know. My mindset is, if you got sound and you can see the slides, it can wait till after the meeting.
Oh, totally. I agree.
I do not understand why anyone has ever held up a meeting to call me in for a camera. Right. But that's not exactly what happened today. What happened today, because I've had a few people that go, oh, the camera's not working in that room. And I go, yes, I know. And my thought was, oh, well, I can't go under the TV and fix it. And I'm not going to call someone out here to get in a car and drive to our building just to connect one cable behind the TV. That is so. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of that time that who was the elderly lady in shipping that was not technically inclined.
Catharco?
Yeah.
I can't place a name with her.
She was usually the one that would complain when the paging wasn't working because she had transferred a call to it. But I forget her name. We don't need to name names. But
call her Phyllis.
Exactly.
Maybe she was.
It was
Phyllis.
Jennifer.
She was very nice. Very nice. They were all
Right.
shipping were
Oh,
very
sure.
nice people, very polite people, good people. Technically challenged though. They couldn't handle sorting papers that came off the same printer, but that they had their system. It involved 20 printers.
Right. Also, they didn't know how to change the toner cartridge.
Oh, well, they knew how to do that. They just didn't know how to tell me when they were doing that from the backroom supplies that I considered a part of an inventory that existed.
Right.
And so that's when I, after about the third time of going to get supplies from the back room and finding, oh my God, we're completely out of toner because that guy raided my supplies without telling me again. I told him multiple times, when you're getting down to the last one, you gotta let me know so I know to order them. If I don't know your take,
sorry, I just read Mars' comment. No camera, no pants.
that's a good one. But so after about the third or fourth or fifth fucking time, this guy raided my supplies and didn't tell me he took them all, and it was like 2 times that it got really critical that we were like redirecting print. Like it got to a point that I'm like, which printers still have toner, because they all would tend to run out one after the other like dominoes, and so at that point I said, no more. We will never keep toner back there anymore. All the toner is being kept with us on the shelves where I can see them every day that I walk past them. And the guy started acting passive aggressive towards me for like the next few months after that, because he came over, took one off the shelf where I moved it to so I could see it so no one would have to tell me. And then he'd come over to my cube and tell me, hey, I just want to let you know I'm taking a toner cartridge because I know you want me to let you know what I'm doing. I'm like, it's okay. I can see them from here now. He wouldn't tell me when he was taking them from the back, but when he had to walk over to my area to take them, then he would personally come up and tell me. Oh, but he would. I don't think he was malicious because he was always very friendly about it. So it sounds passive aggressive, and looking back, I wonder if it was. But he was always with a smile about it.
Yeah, he was just trying to do the good thing.
He just didn't do it. He should have done it before.
Well, probably wasn't aware of that.
Well, maybe he.
And then here would be another suggestion. If you were in that same situation where you had this back room that you couldn't monitor, right?
Right.
I mean, you're not going to go every day and count how many fucking toner cartridges you're allowed.
It was behind a lock and key. I had to go borrow the key from someone to get back.
So what we do is the ones that would always run out, you take a couple yourself, have them at your office. So when they said, or out of toner cartridges, okay, I'll bring you one.
Anyways,
so the overflow.
But going back to the original story, this one lady that worked in the shipping department, she called the help.
Jennifer.
No, not Jennifer.
We're going with that.
Yeah,
probably not. I don't remember Jennifer being there.
But she calls the help desk line one time. I pick it up, and she goes, "Yeah, I was using my computer, and the cable got caught in something, and the cable from the mouse got pulled out from the back of the computer."
Oh no!
And I waited for her to tell me the rest of the story, because why would you call me for that? And after a pause of silence, I realized she wasn't continuing the story. And I said, okay, you need me to come over and plug the mouse back in?
Ooh, maybe she wanted a little bit of Gator's attention.
And she said, yes, could you? I'm like, yeah, I guess so. I'll be right there. So that's what I feel like when I call.
She wants some Gator's attention. You go.
So that's what I feel like when I call a vendor to come out to connect the cable behind the TV. I feel like that person that called me to walk down the hallway to plug a mouse in the back of a PC.
Well, I do have one better, and this also happened at Tharco. We had this guy working for us when I just started there, doing help desk.
Right.
And Windows was new at Tharco, and the big trouble issue that people had was how do I set up my screensaver? So he called himself the screensaver repairman.
Yeah, I approve.
He was a funny guy. I liked him.
Did he move on up to something better and left the company, or
no? He left the company
in handcuffs.
Here's the thing: he left to go to Home.com.
Oh,
because they promised stock options. He needed the money.
So he got in.
They're not going to give you stock options on day one that you can just cash in.
It could work out long term if they're paying him enough in the meantime.
And if they were still in business.
Well, how long?
I don't think from then they lasted 6 months.
Oh, bad timing.
Yes.
So anyways,
I don't know what happened to him after. I do see his name pop up on Facebook now and then.
So the point is that I've not called the vendor in to reconnect the camera, and I can't reconnect it myself. So basically my position is we're getting the quote approved. They're going to come out here, redo the room anyways. When they redo the room, they'll fix the camera. People will just have to live with that for now. The camera's down in that room. Everything else works. But people keep on, like, hey, the camera's down in the room. Yes, we're aware of that. We need to get that fixed when we get the room upgraded. Like, I'm aware of that. Just, live with it. But then today, one of my coworkers who also works in IT, and I'm sure she thinks she was doing me a favor. She put in a ticket to the help desk. The camera in Paul Revere room isn't working. And I'm like, oh, God damn it. Well, But okay, so I said, hey, thank you for bringing this to our attention. We are aware of this. And at this point, I tagged my boss on the ticket and said, do you need me to call the vendor in to repair this, or can this wait until they come in to do the room upgrade? And he responded back on the ticket to go ahead and call them in, which I'm like, oh, God, I don't want. So I walked over to my boss's office. And I said, look, I could call them in. But here's the other thing. When I call them in, one guy comes. He doesn't take the TV off the wall by himself. He asks me to give him a hand. So I'm literally calling a guy to drive out here to give me a hand taking the TV off the wall so he can connect a cable behind there. I'm like, if I can help him take a TV off the wall, can I take the TV off the wall with someone else here to help me and not make someone drive here to do that? And he's like, yeah, I could give you a hand with that. So
People's going to be pissed if they find out.
Well, they said that I can't work under the TV, but they didn't say I can't safely, as part of a two-man team, take the TV off the wall without being underneath where gravity could pull the TV to. So I think, so that's what we got. So I booked the room for a half hour at 1:00 so we could go in and take the TV off and I could plug in the camera. And some other people decided that they were going to eat lunch in that room and not check if anyone had it signed out. So we'll have to do it tomorrow. So the camera's still.
I would say, yo, got lunch for me too.
I didn't feel like being, even though they were in the wrong, I didn't feel like being an ass walking in, kicking people out in the middle of their lunch for something that really isn't that important.
Hey, you didn't have to kick them out. You could work on the TV with them eating, right?
I didn't feel like doing that either.
I mean, it's like, yo, watch me. I'm taking the TV off the wall.
Sparky asking, why don't you put a note inside the conference room telling people the camera is bad and you are aware? I could do that. I don't know. I feel like that. Really, to be honest, I just haven't. That's not a bad idea. That would stop the tickets from coming in and let people know we're aware. I guess I didn't want to do that because I didn't really want to put an out of order sign that was going to be sitting there for a few weeks. But then again, I guess just leaving it unrepaired for a few weeks without a sign is just as bad or worse. To me, that's more of a, like, we've called the person, they're on their way type of, you know what? that's a very good point, Sparky. Thank you.
So,
Ox writes in, December is the most impossible time to work on any AV in any conference room because all of the unscheduled non-work related activities.
Gators, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Why don't they make a little breakout box that comes out from behind the TV and all the stuff goes into the breakout box instead?
Well, no, that's what we're working on. The equipment
that
upgrade.
would just make a lot more sense. You plug
Well-
in stuff, but yeah.
Well, the thing is it's really all about the TV needs to be able to pull away from the wall. That's what really needs to happen, so that you can get to the stuff that is behind the TV.
Oh, when is this going through? Do we know?
What's that?
When is this so-called TV repair from the wall thing going down? Do we know?
Well, they were expecting the racks to have already been in, but they haven't come in yet. But they should be coming in soon, and then they want to know what days we're free. So we're still working on the scheduling. So it could be
Tomorrow
next.
morning at 6, have fun.
It could be next week. It could be next month. It's one of those types of deals.
Yeah. I
Um,
understand.
So, anyways, tomorrow we're gonna get behind it. But then again, I do need to call them in anyways because one of the bulbs went out, one of the projectors in the main room.
Oh, that's cheap.
So that's like $300.
Are you kidding? We used to have our HP HD. No, it was a prismatic or whatever they called it. Prisma. Those freaking things used to cost $10,000 for a light bulb. Oh my God! Now they're LED, which is way better. But man, those things used to be so freaking expensive.
Oof.
Oh.
Well, in my last job, we kept light bulbs and changed them ourselves, but we don't have any light bulbs that we kept, and I believe in the past they've been serviced by the AV people. So
They're so cheap now.
So
They're
so I put in a
cheap now.
ticket because I figured it was covered on our contract. Otherwise, we would have had a precedent of doing it ourselves. And they came back and they said we'll have to get a quote because that's not covered under your contract. So I'm waiting for that quote. But now I'm probably gonna say to my boss like, hey,
Wow.
can we
what?
just
What?
order 3 of
What's
these off of
for?
Amazon?
I don't know about that.
After hours, nakey copy machine sitting on shenanigans. I have not ever found ball prints on the glass of the copier, thankfully. However, one thing I got to say, what the fuck is up with Windex? Speaking of cleaning smudges off the
Wait,
glass.
which color?
Windex.
The blue one, the yellow one, or the purple one?
You know, I have grown up with so much Windex propaganda that even though I have never been able to use it without it causing streaks, I firmly have believed for a long time that Windex is the best option to get no streaks. And only recently did I realize that why the fuck have I not stopped and trusted my own damn eyes? What's your Brian? What's your opinion of Windex? Good product or streaky mess?
You're asking the wrong person.
You never thought of well, even if you never
Brian
thought about
doesn't
it,
do Windows Gators. What are you
you've
talking
grown
about?
up with the same propaganda. If someone on the street said, "Do you think Windex is a good product?" would you say yay or nay?
I don't know what the alternatives are. So
Ah,
Ooh, yeah.
well, the
it could be the
generic,
best in the world, or it could be the worst in the world. I just have no. I have
the
no
generic
opinion.
bottle that just says glass cleaner on it would be the alternative.
So there are 2 different types of window cleaners, as far as
Yeah.
I can tell. There's some that are the ones that I grew up were ammonia based,
Okay.
but the other type is vinegar based. And I don't know why you'd use one versus the other.
Now, OX64 writes in white distilled vinegar, Dawn dish soap, water, AI solution for everything cleaning. What I'm going to say is, and my caveat here is that I'm probably cleaning things that are not dirty that just have streaks or smudges on them. And I
But
picked
you're
this,
a perfectionist, so that's why you do it.
Thank you. No, what I picked up on was I had the flatbed Epson scanner that I was scanning photos on, and every now and then a little smudge would get on it, and I have a lint-free cloth that I would use, and I was being very careful to not get to the point of needing to clean it, but it got to the point where I'm like, I probably need to clean it, and so I got the Windex and I cleaned the flatbed scanner with a little Windex, figuring this would be like an occasional, maybe once every few months thing. And then I started getting streaks that I couldn't remove. And then I Googled it. And that's when it's like, no, don't use that. Use distilled water. So I used distilled water, and the film that the Windex left behind started lathering up and making a soapy mess on my flatbed scanner.
Now you're washing
And-
windows. There you
And
go.
that's when I realized why Windex is a shitty product, because it leaves soap behind. How are you going to have something clean if it's going to leave behind soap? You're going to have streaks. You're going to have residue. You're going to have visual evidence of what it's leaving behind. And so I was pissed because it took me quite a while to do enough cleaning with the distilled water to get rid of all the lather and get back to clean film-free glass. And so really, now the thing is, water on its own isn't going to help you if you got some kind of a grease or some kind of a dirt. You're going to need some kind of a soap product to break the surface tension. So getting into that vinegar, Dawn dish soap type stuff, yeah. But what I will say is we recently bought new glass doors for our cubby shelving unit downstairs in our dining room. So that way we'd have something that resembles a china cabinet for our nice china plates and bowls and things as we get ready for Christmas dinner. And of course the new glass doors come out with smudges and things over them, and I'm cleaning it with a Windex and they still look streaky, and I clean it with Windex again, they still look streaky. And then I bought Rain-X blades for my car, and you got to clean the windshield before you run the Rain-X blades to apply the Rain-X material onto the clean windshield so that it'll make the thing bead. And I'm like, well, I'm not making the same mistake with Windex again. So I mixed up a spray bottle of distilled water and rubbing alcohol to make basically a water mixture that'll evaporate quickly. And I got to tell you, sprayed that on the windshield, wiped it down, clean windshield. Spray that on my glass doors, wipe that down, dried, streak free. So if you don't have any real dirt or grime, just, rubbing alcohol, distilled water. Yeah. Don't
Did
waste
you ever
your
use some product like Windex or whatever, but the device that you actually clean with is just like newspaper?
Yeah, me.
I've heard of that tip.
Yeah,
I've not tried
I
that
see that all the
myself.
time. No, I have windows outside that have bugs basically stuck to it. And I can't get off. They're like baked on. So I'm thinking about buying like a steam mop thing and doing it that way, usually like cleaning it with steam, because I can't. Even with the razor blade, they don't come off. So I'm like, I don't know what to do about that one. That's disgusting, but whatever.
So what is the point of the vinegar? Is vinegar like a something to break a surface tension? Because
yeah, it's an acid.
So if you need something to break a surface tension, and you I guess you would need some kind of a softener, because that's the weakness of just water and alcohol. But I'm finding for your basic get the streaks off the glass, I bought empty spray bottles, put in some rubbing alcohol, some distilled water, and it smells like rubbing alcohol, but it got the streaks out. And I guess vinegar could help if you need to break surface tension, and then a little dish soap if you do need something to break up grease and grime.
I think the big problem is, Sparky, that I loved using newspapers before, but the only thing I get in the mail now is circular, so I have to use them instead because I don't get newspapers anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's getting harder to find the newspapers, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, heck, I guess you could drop a quarter in a machine down the street and just take out a pile of them, right?
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
Gators, you're supposed to take one. But usually you open that up and like 5 people are behind you and they take one.
Oh my God, that reminds me of, I guess the statute of limitations is up in this one. And it wasn't me. But some friends of cousins maybe would hang out down at our beach house at times. And as drinking would go on and late night shenanigans would go on, they'd start like roaming around the neighborhood. And I think what they discovered was that newspaper delivery to the stores would happen in the late twilight hours of the night. And they'd literally just drop off a bundle of papers outside the store. And people, normal, sane, rational people would just leave them be. and my brother
Yeah,
encountered
paper. Sparky needs wood.
my brother encountered that my cousin and his hick friends showed up with a big bundle of newspapers that they brought back to the house and said, "Hey, look at what they left! They were free." My brother's like, "You should bring them back. Bring them back? Why did we do that?" So there was a town that didn't get their papers the next morning. I guess.
Oh, when I was, I was just, summer job for college. I worked security guard at some locations, and there's one place where the newspaper guy would drop off the newspapers for the guy that would distribute them, and I would often see the guy that would distribute them. And once in a while, he'd be swearing up a storm because he was shorted, probably because somebody was taking the newspapers.
Yeah.
So there was over at the BART station, there were always this giant long things of the newspaper things where you get the different types of papers out of, like the New Yorker and a bunch of other ones, right? Well,
Right.
there was a risque one, of course, the risque one. So you would sit there with pictures and articles and stuff like that.
Do they have Braille versions of the pictures for the Risque magazines?
I was sighted. It was fine. It was fine. I was sighted. So I went over there. I started looking around, and someone had taken a stick and propped it open.
Huh.
And I just walked by. I look. I'm like, I take one out and look at it, and I'm like, yeah, no. And I put it back.
Put
and
it
I
back?
walk on. And someone looks at me and they go, huh. And they go, and I look behind me. There's like 5 people grabbing one. I'm like, okay, I mean, whatever works for you guys. I don't know, but I'm getting on the bus, so I don't really feel the reason to look at these are on the bus. I'm sorry.
No, you put them in your bag and you save them for later.
No, Gators, it was fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
You hide them in your coat and
Hide them in my
So what
coat.
was it? I think it was the late 90s, maybe, or maybe a little earlier. You get a phone call from an outfit that's selling newspapers, and hey, you want to subscribe to our newspapers? And I would answer, there's some variation, but basically, I don't have a bird, or I don't have a dog, so I don't need them.
Oh, there you go.
That often got some chuckles. I mean, I
Yeah.
didn't say it in a way to be, insulting.
I
But no, like a friend of mine that I follow on Facebook, he buys a paper. He still buys a paper all the time.
Yeah.
He used to cut and paste articles from online papers on Facebook, but I suspect that he was probably told not to do it that way. So instead, what he does is he highlights important thing and takes the pictures of the newspaper.
oh,
There you go.
there you go. Yeah.
And the name of the newspaper isn't in the image. So he's being a little clever about it.
Getting under the radar there.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, after all, AI isn't smart enough to be reading what's on the image.
Oh
Right.
yeah, they are.
Well, they're not using it for that.
Oh yeah.
and
OCR's
maybe
really good at that
yeah,
stuff, so yeah.
who knows?
They'll pull it out.
Oh, hey, I found something. Speaking of your your naughty free paper.
Oh, the naughty free. Well, they weren't free, Gators. They were like $1.25, but they were free.
Well, I found something that just leaked online that I got to share with you all here.
Okay.
And hopefully this is TOS.
Does it have an alien in it?
Well,
Does it have a
right
picture
here,
of an alien in it?
nude photos of the Sesame Street Muppets have been leaked online.
Oh no!
Would you like me to scroll down, Brian? Brian, you want me to scroll down? You want me to scroll down, Brian?
Because I don't believe it. Yes.
Did it share?
Well, I can only see a bunch of hands,
Yes.
but that's it.
Well, that's what's underneath their clothes.
Oh,
my God.
hey, I got it. It took me a moment.
Gators!
Hey, hang on before you take it down. Let me see. Are they? They're not really matching up with the characters on the above picture.
They're close enough.
I know.
I thought that was
That
clever.
is funny. That is funny. I mean,
I'm glad.
hard to beat that.
I mean,
That's what you call a good joke.
That's a good one right there. My friend Tab shared that one on his Facebook. He always has some funny things on his Facebook. Usually, a lot of what he posts on his Facebook revolves around him filming it snowing outside while he says,
"This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
Not a fan of the snow.
This is bullshit. Total bullshit.
Every year, I see at least one video of him out there.
This is bullshit."
yeah, pretty much.
Yep. And then lately, this girl with cleavage and orange glasses keeps showing up in my Facebook feeds.
Why are you looking at cleavage people?
What's that?
Why are you looking at people with cleavage on your Facebooks?
For obvious reasons.
Oh, okay.
I like the boobies.
I thought they had funny articles.
It's more like, hey, she's cute. What's she saying? And then I click and she's saying something like,
if you and I were locked in a room for 24 hours, right, and I had to say yes to whatever it is that you suggested, right, what would me and you be doing? Let me know down below.
Eating a pepperoni and pineapple. Eating a pineapple pizza, of course.
I've not left comments for her.
I would say pizza with pineapple. Yes.
But the thing is, you click on one of her videos, and she shows up forever when you scroll through Facebook. I can't scroll.
Oh yeah,
scrolls.
that's typical.
Yeah. And here's the other thing: she shows up under 2 or 3 different names.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know if someone's stealing her content or if she's just getting
she's there
around.
For you, Gators.
If you,
okay.
Yeah, no, not again.
And chances are she's actually an 80-year-old woman. It doesn't look like that.
Or an 80-year-old man.
A good point. Yes.
Why is suddenly everything playing sound now when I scroll?
Because we want to see now.
I clicked on one thing with sound. Now they're all playing sound.
Yeah, of course they are.
And then there's also an Australian hooker that keeps showing up in my feed. She has some interesting content. Well, because it's legal there, so she can talk all about it. She's
Why
got.
are you looking at Australian hooker skaters?
They found me.
They found you.
They find me. I don't go looking for them. They find me.
Gators has international influences. He got the Australian hookers after him. There you go. This show is really not popular in Australia, huh?
I think she paid some money to just show up in people's feeds, and then once people click on them, they continue to get her in their feeds. So now the girl with the orange glasses and the Australian hooker are pretty much mostly what I get whenever I scroll through Facebook.
Wait, did she pay to go in your feed?
Probably. I mean, I'm pretty sure the first time she showed up in my feed, it wasn't because Zuckerberg was feeling generous towards the Australian hooker community and wanted to just start freely advertising them to people on his platform. I think some money exchanged some hands for her to start showing up randomly in my feed.
Wait. Did you get any of this money?
No, I'm saying Facebook got the money. It's ad stuff.
Well, that's not fair.
Totally fair. She paid the money to show up in my feed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or you commented on somebody's thing and this person just glommed on it. Okay, I've got another person.
You know, Sparky says your history finds her for you. You know what? I'm gonna blame Dune for this one. Dune was the one that was talking about the brother hooker stuff. When I said someone's brother got, and he's like, I thought you were gonna say got a hooker. And I'm like, Dune, what the? Where? And now, yeah. So
is this show generating more of those hits?
I think so. I think my phone's going to be ringing off the hook from.
Oh,
Dude writes in bullshit.
Dune, you're right. Yeah, he's gonna blame you, and no, this wasn't you. It was him.
Dude was the one that started the brother hooker thing. I just started talking about the dead hookers he was hiding under his bed and in his closet. Dead hookers don't make content. Dune was the one that was talking about the alive hookers.
Do they not make content?
No, maybe necrophilia. No, wait.
Hang on. Hang on a minute.
We're moving too fast for Brian.
We're moving too fast.
Hold on a second. I gotta go puke. I'll be right back. And OX64 saying she paid money to show feet. I've not seen her feet. But I've seen the girl with the orange glasses tongue. She always likes to stick her tongue out a bit and then give a big braces teethy smile.
Do you think she wears orange jellies or Crocs? What do you think?
I don't know. Now, has anyone else gotten the girl with the orange glasses in their Facebook feed,
No.
or am I the only one that's seen this girl?
You're the only one.
I thought for sure she must be making the rounds. I don't know why it happened this past week. She just showed up on my Facebook. And now it's...
You should send her a message and ask if she has Crocs to match your glasses.
I was curious, like, who are you and why did you show up on my Facebook? So I looked at the About Her, and it sent me a link to a cam girl site. I did not pay money, so but there were a few ass shots on the free part of the site, so I know what her ass looks like. But
I see.
ain't nothing wrong with that. I didn't ask to see her ass. She just showed it on the free section of the page to try to entice people to start entering in the digits off their credit card. I did not do that. I'm just getting the free stuff with her saying things while wearing clothes. Like, let's see.
I know I'm average, right? But if you enjoy getting a picture from me, even if it's just a little bit, go ahead and put a hi in the comments.
I am not going to do that. I do not feel like getting my data on some bot subscribe list.
That's why you have an alt account, sir.
Okay. Oh, now I see. I click on one thing, everything plays sound. Okay. That's not a bad bass groove, though.
I mean, Gators, you can start the whiteboard back up again.
I don't know. Futin writes in, good evening, Mr. Gators. Happy New Year, all that. Yes, Happy New Year. Thank you. OX64 writes in poor music. No, that was like 5-minute craft type of music type of thing. OX64 wants to see a pic of this girl with the orange. Oh, you know what? I guess I should. I guess I should show what this girl with the orange glasses looks like. So let me see if I can find her again. Let me scroll. Oh, she didn't show up the first time. That's weird. And now it's not showing up. Oh, sure. When I want to see her, she doesn't show up. Oh, that's a different girl in a bikini. Oh, have you noticed that on Twitter now, people are asking Grok to take pictures and make it showing me in a bikini, like replace my clothes with a bikini?
Oh.
So if you're looking for some good softcore porn, you get Grok to just put pictures that you have in bikinis. So there's always that. I guess that's what the kids are into these days.
Well, no, there's more than that Grok's doing, isn't it? Isn't it doing the whole thing?
I think there's some limits to what you can let them do. Certainly, AI porn is an issue that enough people see as a problem that we need to prevent. Mm-hmm. But I haven't tested myself to see how well it's.
Yeah, I don't use Grok.
I think that's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that goes back to the days when people would Photoshop Britney Spears heads on nudie pictures. That's creepy shit.
I knew you were going to say put Britney Spears' head on about anything.
Well, that too.
You know.
Anyways, I
that
can't.
Hot Britney dog over there with Britney Spears' head on it.
I can't find this girl anymore to show you a picture of her.
Oh, don't worry. After the show, she'll show up plenty.
Oh well, I don't want to disappoint all the other people out there. So let me see if I can find her. Geez, I don't. No, that's not. But yeah, she's got the orange glasses. Why did I ask about mayonnaise and skincare myths and facts?
Wow. I don't know.
Oh, I think I wanted to test how AI would answer a ridiculous question. So I asked it, is mayonnaise important for skincare? And thankfully it said no.
Well, mayo is actually, I've heard people use mayo on their hair to keep it to help with eggs and stuff when they're in their scalp, but I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do it, but.
Oh, and then I asked it, why do Oster blenders have so many speeds on them? Is it really necessary?
Haters.
Oh yeah,
These-
yeah.
As long as frappe is on there, that's all that matters.
That's, yeah, you got to have frappe. Really, 3 speeds is enough was AI's answer to that question.
Right.
Well, you've done that. You've done the seahorse thing, right, on ChatGPT?
Seahorse thing on chat?
Yeah.
Oh,
In ChatGPT, ask it if there's a seahorse emote.
okay.
An emote for a seahorse, and see what it says, and it goes nuts. Apparently, it just keeps going and going and going and going and going.
I'm going to ask Copilot because I don't have a chat GPT. I don't have a paid account anyways. Short answer, no official one exists, and that's exactly why so many people swear they've seen it. According to multiple sources, there's never been an official seahorse emoji. Why do people think it existed? What you can use instead. Okay, so dragon, tropical fish, blowfish, octopus, or a wave. But I still can't find this.
The orange shirt, the orange glasses girl.
Yeah, I don't remember what the name was that that it was showing up under.
You'll find it. Don't worry, no, Gators, you won't find it. She'll find you.
She'll find me. Yeah. That is.
3 seconds after the show, she'll find you.
Yeah. That 3 seconds. You know what? I must have burned the last of her paid shows by scrolling too much and clicking on too many of her things.
Sad.
Yeah.
Brian, did you get your Plex working?
Yeah. Although here's a weird thing, okay? So as I was putting it all together, step one, you need to have a Samba drive to have all your music and images and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
And at first, setting up the Plex, Windows would connect to the Samba server to transfer stuff over. That was very easy because with Windows, the file manager could just drag and drop, boom, there it is.
Yeah.
In fact, the first batch was literally hundreds and hundreds of music files. And then I did it again. I didn't even try to break them up. I was like, okay, this is really, but it was easy. I mean, just did it, right? And then after a while, I was dorking around with the
there she is.
With the domain. Oh yeah, those are nice glasses.
That is not how I thought you were going to finish that sentence.
So anyway, I was tweaking with the domain settings on the Linux server, and I broke it so that Windows won't, like, what the hell is this? It wouldn't connect to it at all. And of course, the troubleshooting on Windows sucks so badly, it really tells you nothing. I mean, every time you're deep into a trouble and you go, oh yeah, I could troubleshoot that. Crap, nothing.
Is
Wait.
he just not finding it now, or not letting you rewrite or anything onto it?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Is it not finding it, or is it
It's
just not
it's
letting
apparently
you...
not finding it,
Hmm.
but it's not really saying that. It just there's some kind of problem.
Have you restarted the server to see?
Oh sure, yeah, a bunch of times.
Oh,
Oh wait, so what's happening is what your client's not finding the server? Is that
No,
what's
no,
happening?
everything outside will find the Plex and
Okay.
everything works, even that Windows. But to connect to the Samba server,
Oh,
the Samba drives, it doesn't work. So
Huh.
I have to. So what I do is I put all the, when I going to add some more music, I put it on a memory stick, plug it into the back of the server,
such a pain in the
log in
butt.
with Putty, and manually transfer, kind of the old school way.
wait.
And then I have to change the permissions.
Breaking news: OX64 might actually know this girl with the orange glasses.
Nice.
The former coworker?
Yeah, that's what she's doing now. She told me she started a cookie baking business. Oh, she's making someone's cookies, all right.
Wow.
Oh, shoot.
OX64, did she always have those stunning orange glasses?
And actually, the thing is, most of her videos, she does this like big smile at the end, and she's got braces. But then some of a few of the more recent ones, she's recently had the braces taken off.
Oh, nice.
So
You go, girl.
With perfect teeth, right?
they're big teethy smile. Yeah, they look pretty straight.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know why she's. Let's see. OX right again. I never saw those glasses before, but I guess that's why she's wearing it, hoping no one would recognize.
Yeah, right,
Nice.
right.
Oh, to be a fly on the wall the next time OX talks to her.
It's like, hi, I hear you have some new glasses.
So have you
That's
ever?
former coworker, though, so I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, it could happen.
Oh, you might
You
have
never
her,
know.
You might have her in
You
a
never know.
contact book.
Okay. And she's not Aussie. She's sounds American, but who knows? Maybe
mean-
Canadian. Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, no, I I don't know why she started showing up Well, I know why she does now because I keep clicking on the videos.
Yeah, you touch her. Say, yo, I hear you have some.
You
orange
wanted to
glasses.
Oh.
stop?
He texts her. He's got her number and texts her.
Yeah, just say, yo, I hear you have some.
What does
orange
she call
glasses.
herself online?
Well, I've seen her show up under two different names. And the one I just pulled up was like Lily something or other. I closed it again. Now I have to find it again. Let's see if I can find it again. Lily Julian is one of the names she shows up under. The other name I think was something like Sarah or something like that.
Oh.
Although this one has a address and a mobile number attached to it. I'm guessing they're not really hers though. This could be someone that stole her content.
Could be. That happens.
Because I've seen her show up under two different accounts. Oh, this one, the Lily Julian account, links to www.lindajulian.com, which is no longer an active URL. This domain has flown away. So that seems like some kind of a burner account that has been deactivated. But I don't remember what I can't find the other account that she showed
Cookies,
up
I
as.
see.
But it's like the same content on each of the accounts.
Don't flirt with me because you're going to want them in your mouth every single day. And I'm also crazy.
You know what? She might be.
She might be. I do dig those glasses, though.
Okay, so if you want to eat my home cooked tacos, regardless if there's hair down there or not, and
What?
you just want to devour them, like your god level status, that is so freaking hot that legit,
What?
I just gotta take your last name right now. I'll do whatever it takes.
Yeah, no.
If you're old enough to be my dad and you still think I'm pretty, go ahead and say hi.
Yeah.
She likes older men too, then.
Oh, she likes anyone that'll send money for a cam girl. site.
Sure, why not?
Okay, question, right? This is for all the men out there. So, how do you feel about the woman making the first move? Like asking for your number and maybe coming at you first, You know, what is your reaction? How do you feel? I'm gonna go take a shower, and I need to know, do you want to watch me?
Holy
join me,
mackerel, we're
or
almost
avoid
out
me?
of time.
No.
Oh, you don't want to hear more of these? You don't want to watch her shower, Brian?
Shoot.
She just invited us to watch her shower or join her. And you're like, oh, dear, we got to wrap up the show?
I don't want to watch her shower. I'm just saying.
Now, Dune is saying that that's an AI voice. It very well could be. Alex writes in, he does. He wants to continue watching offline. It's okay, Brian. The camera angle doesn't show down that. Wait, what?
Right. Oh, that was funny.
Oh,
Man, thanks,
jeez.
OX64.
Thank you for joining us. This has been a fun show.
Exactly.
Dude wants to know, does she sell fans? She probably does, but I only found the Cam Girl link on the other profile that I can't find now. So I'm sure her pictures get around and generate income for lots of people, because that's the way the internet works.
Exactly.
No, OX, if this is really her, if you really know this girl, you got to let us know. See if we can get her on the show. Dude, running that's full on fake. Probably. I doubt it's. Or if it is real, it's not really posted by that. It's clearly content that exists to generate income somehow from horny guys that are like, ooh, pretty. OX trying to get that voice wasn't hers. Okay. Well, maybe it's AI based on a picture of her.
Maybe. Who knows?
Or maybe OX just knows someone that looks a lot like her. OX writes in, Gators or Brian needs to install that AI program that changes them to a girl streaming live.
I see. Thank goodness.
Yeah, I'm
appreciate
not ready
that.
To go that way, yeah.
I've not heard any news anywhere from that region in months. So,
Views would go out the roof.
but no news is usually not good news.
Yeah.
Well, and then, okay, so not only make those changes, but actually change a male figure into a female figure, and also change the voice to a female voice.
Yeah, you can do it.
So you could just go in front of the camera, talk,
Yeah,
and you're coming across as a woman,
yeah, I'll do it.
You could do that.
and you'll have a lot more followers.
People are doing that.
Really good programs for
People
Oh, sure,
literally
sure.
are doing that.
Sure.
Yeah,
We just saw one of them.
You'll do it.
Well, in fact, you see the ads. Have you seen the ads for Microsoft Copilot, where I can turn my images to a to a statue, and then the image changes, and then I can change it to an anime character, and the other guy sitting next to him on the couch says, "Why are we yelling now?" Apparently, anime is about yelling.
Well, let me tell a story.
But it doesn't say that it'll actually do it like a video frame by frame, and how long does it take? But can it do it? Can it do it in real time?
So let me tell you a story about Copilot, and this is what I learned this week.
Yeah.
And what I learned is that Copilot will flat out lie to me. Flat out lie until I find the truth elsewhere and confront it with the truth. And it goes, oh, yeah, you're right. And here's more details that are actually correct. Now that
you didn't want me to make up shit.
and I didn't really learn this because I've known this and I've caught this, but I continue. Copilot is kind of like, a new Google tool for me, that anything I ask it, I'm going to verify. It's more of a, get a feel for, see what answers it gives the question, and then run with that from there and see if that gets me to the next step.
So I have used, I use DuckDuckGo,
Okay, well that's
And when you're
search
on the
engine.
search engine, you can click, oh, I can have it help me search with Duck AI. And it's actually been quite helpful. Like I want to learn something about how to set up a Samba server or how to set change with permissions. And it'll list a shitload of articles below it, but it
Okay.
gives you the context of what they're saying. So,
So
so they basically make you don't have to click on all that shit.
so here's what happened. I'm playing Grand Theft Auto Online, and
Yeah.
I bought a mansion, and the mansion lets you more easily run your drug businesses. So I've been doing a lot of
Yay.
boosting and running the drug businesses. One of the drug businesses is the Acid Lab, and the Acid Lab is commonly promoted on YouTube as a worthwhile business to use and a good way to make money. And I got to tell you, that's not been my experience with it. The Acid Lab is very you have to run a lot of missions to steal supplies, and stealing supplies doesn't generate a whole lot of product. And when you get a full load of product, it only generates about $250,000 worth of cash, which is not that much of a payoff for the amount of time and effort that it takes to build that product. So I actually asked Copilot, why do so many YouTubers promote the Acid Lab as a good business?
No.
When and what Copilot suggested to me was that it works better if you have the upgrades. You might want to check that you have bought the upgrades for the Acid Lab. And I realized I don't remember being offered upgrades to the Acid Lab. So I asked Copilot, how can I check if I have the upgrades to the Acid Lab? And it says, well, talk to Mutt. Mutt is the guy that comes with the Acid Lab that actually makes the acid from the supplies you get for him. And Mutt will offer you the option to buy the upgrade if you haven't already bought it. And so I talked to Mutt, and he's not offering me the option for an upgrade. So I asked Copilot, I go, well, he's not offering me the option, but is there any way I can verify it other than it doesn't show up? And they go, well, if you have the upgrade, your product will be worth $325,000 when it fills up. If you don't have it, it'll only be worth $250,000. And I'm like, well, my supply is only worth $250,000. That suggests I don't have the upgrade, but you tell me that Mutt will offer it if I don't have it, and he's not offering it. And Copilot goes, oh, your game must have entered a glitch state. This happens sometimes. And it gives me a list of things I can try to do to try to clear the glitch state. And I'm going nuts trying to figure out how to buy this upgrade and how to fix this glitch state. And I reached a point where I'm getting ready to post to the Grand Theft Auto Online forums, laying out, I'm being told this. This is what I'm seeing. Is there a better way I can verify if I have the upgrade or not? How do I get the upgrade? And I typed this all out to post to the forum. And of course, the reason I'm posting this is because I'm looking for intelligence, because something just seems off with what AI is telling me. And I'm like, just get ready to ask someone. And I'm like, well, why should I ask someone something that I could probably look up myself and make myself look like a dumbass in front of these people? I really don't feel like 5 minutes later having someone come back to me singing right to me.
You're a dumbass. You're a dumbass.
So I copy pasted what I was going to type to the forum, and I pasted it to Grok to see what a different AI would do.
Oh, yeah.
And Grok told me, in order to get the upgrade, you have to complete 10 of these missions by calling this other guy. And once you complete those 10 missions, then you can go back to this place and you'll have the option to buy the upgrade. And I paste that over to Copilot. I'm like, hey, Copilot, why did you lie to me? Why didn't you tell me this instead? And Copilot's like, oh, that's absolutely true. Thank you for confronting me with that. You are absolutely right to challenge me. This is what you need to do. It's like, ugh.
Well, it's an AI, so you take it what it is, right?
But, I mean, it wasn't even like, inaccurate information, outdated information. It was flat out lie. At no point does Mutt offer the upgrade. That's not even how you get the upgrade once you complete the 10 missions that are required to complete to get the upgrade. You never ask Mutt for that upgrade. It just made that shit up out of nowhere. Copilot is by far the worst AI.
I had a feeling that was going to be pretty bad. In fact, one of the things going around is micro slop.
Okay.
suggesting how bad it is. And the CEO even responded to that. Don't call it microslop. Well, you're just going to promote it
Oh
even
yeah,
further.
it's AI slop. That's what they call it.
Oh, AI slop.
now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
but even
AI
then,
slop is
even
a
they take
genre.
the Microsoft logo and change the end of it to microslop.
Well, that's
Nice.
because it's all that's all Copilot. Copilot. I'm sorry, Windows.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like
Now,
full
at some
versions
point,
of Copilot on my system.
will we be blocking our computers to eliminate any AI stuff?
I don't think we're getting to that point.
Well,
Although I think that it is worthwhile to pursue things like Linux to have more control over when
Right.
things can and what can't. I'm not at that point yet because I rely
Right.
so much on Sony Vegas.
Oh,
for
are
my
you
video
familiar
editing.
with? Let me see what the technical name for it
Actually,
is.
it's
Hang on a
Magic
second.
now,
I need to learn how to use a different video editing software and how to configure my sound card to let me run the show. But I am still giving thought to before.
So there's a
12.
CRA compliance thing. Are you
Okay.
familiar with that?
would you say crap compliance? What?
I think it's CRA.
CRAP?
No, 3 letters.
Oh.
This is a European Union thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, CRA. So the European Union Council adopted the Cyber Resistance Act. That's what that stands for. Went
Okay.
into effect December 24th.
Uh-huh.
So basically, if you're trying to sell products in Europe, you're going to have to comply with that stuff.
Okay.
Um,
Europe tends to be better
Debian's
about,
response to that was, we have a good, solid product, and it's not up to us to make it compliant. That's like, oh, okay.
Ooh.
People have made
But
scripts. Huh?
Ubuntu is looking into that. So
Yeah. People have made scripts that do the whole like delete all AI from Windows altogether for Windows 11. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna run it because I don't know how I don't know how or what it does. I'm a little worried about it, but people have done it. People have done it.
Well,
I'm not doing it, but some people have done it.
I know that when I first was getting ready to build a Windows 11 image to deploy Windows 11 in our environment, one of the first things I tried to do was remove Copilot from the image because that was before we had even tested any AI in our environment, and I know that there were certain security concerns about.
Well, here's
data.
what
Well,
gets
let me
me.
finish.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Sorry, I'm on the same line.
And it turns out you can't uninstall it. You have to like set group policies that remove it, and that really
Right.
pissed me off. That
Sure.
that Windows rams it down your throat. Now, mind you, I do use the Copilot, but I use it more for educational purposes to see what it can and can't do than rely on.
Yeah, I
it.
mean, you're in position to
Yeah.
to know about it.
I mean, it's good at like at tying in to the Office suite to do things like take an email you drafted and revise it to sound more professional. And
Sure.
that's up to you if it's a good thing or a bad thing. On the one hand, you could say it's taking away the humanity from your writing. On the other hand, we're talking about business emails. Like this ain't literature.
Right.
I only use it sparingly. Some people use it way more often. Some people shun it. I think I take a balanced approach, but I think everyone thinks I take a balanced approach. But go ahead, Brian.
So what annoys me is that Windows 10 just installed it without asking me.
Right.
Like, what the hell? I didn't
You're
ask for that. I'm
You're
not. I
welcome.
haven't clicked on it yet. Will it actually be difficult to uninstall?
It's free. You're welcome.
Right. Oh, and OX64 mentions ChatGPT. Early on, I just did ChatGPT,
Yeah.
on their website without logging in and whatever, and I had it write some programs. I mean, they're fairly simple programs,
Right.
but there was nothing wrong with them. It's something slightly more sophisticated than a Hello World program.
Oh yeah, yeah. Heck, I use it to write Python scripts to help me
Sure.
organize and convert files, audio files, to different formats. So it's
Sure.
I feel like we're getting back to it. It can empower you to get back to basics. When you bought a Commodore 64 and took it out of its box and turned it on, it loaded to basic, where the world was your oyster. You could program it to do whatever you wanted it to do. You just had to
Right.
know how to write a program. Whereas now,
Or pop a cassette tape in there and install and run a program.
I mean, yeah, you could buy software and load it off of discs or cassettes, but that's not the first thing that came up. The first thing that came up was a screen where you could write your own programs. That was a very big, important part of the Commodore 64, was you could program
And the
it
TRS-80
yourself.
followed that model.
Yeah. Whereas we have completely moved so far away from that. Now when it's like, oh my God, I could use AI to write Python scripts to do whatever basic things I want my computer to do. It's like, oh my God, this must have been what it felt like to get a Commodore 64 back in the day and learn programming basic. I could
Right.
make it do the things I wanted
then
to do.
Today, you take the latest version of Windows, or shoot, I even think Linux. Step one, you'll have to install the program that you want to use, right? The
Right.
programming language you want to use.
Right.
So there is no language built on the computer. There is no basic there.
But once you put it in there, you can
Sure. Then you can
write
do
your
whatever
own.
you want.
You can write your own scripts and do whatever you want, and
Sure.
write your own software that does menial work on your computer.
Sure.
And that has really made my process of maintaining my music library so much easier, to be able to
Sure.
have Python scripts generated for me with a
Sure.
little testing and
No,
trial
no,
and
no.
error.
Yeah. If it works, do it.
Yeah.
You don't have to fart around. To me, oh yeah, Python is so easy. But then, it's a lot like C and other language. The fucking syntax is just picayune. Turbo Pascal has the same thing. If you don't get the comma in the right place, you're fucked. Okay, where is the problem? I know it's stupid simple, but where is it?
And that's why it's helpful to have multiple AIs, because if something leaves a comma out and you copy paste the error and it still can't
Right.
figure it out, then you can run it by another. You can upload the script to another AI
Sure.
to proofread. So going between Copilot and Grok gives me basically two programmers that work for me for free to write my
Sure.
scripts. For now,
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll jack up the price at some point, and we'll see where the world goes. But for now, I'm taking what I can get for free. On that
Exactly.
note,
And so far, that's what I'm doing, is just doing whatever for free.
yeah.
Is this going to be useful for me or not? I know Google has its own AI search assistant, as does DuckDuckGo. I just haven't tried it yet because I don't go into Google very often at all.
The AI concepts, the learning concepts, certainly have provided us with low quality content that is enjoyable at certain levels or certain quantities. It's provided us with audio processing and isolating tools that are very useful and have been utilized professionally.
That's pretty
and
cool.
amateurly. It's provided us with ways to code, write basic code easily. Those aspects aren't going away, probably. The real question is what's going to be profitable? Because
Sure.
there's a lot of energy and water and resources getting poured into this.
Well, I mean, there is a lot of talk that there's a lot of, in the business, investment market, there's all this buzz about AI, and some say there's an AI bubble going to pop.
Well, I mean,
because if you don't figure out how to make it profitable,
well,
what's the point?
And I guess for me, the real question is it going to pop or is it going to fizzle? Because, for example, if you go back maybe 5 to 10 years ago, there was a lot of great podcast content available. A lot of great podcast content.
Sure.
Nowadays, it's hard to find a good podcast. The majority of podcasts out there are the same model. that Joe Rogan does, and I'm bringing them up as an example, not for any other reason other than the type of show, which is you have a host and co-hosts that have weekly guests on that basically the whatever the premise of their podcast in, it revolves around interviewing different guests who are on to promote their stuff. I mean, there's Dumb People Town, where they have a different comedian on every week to join them for their reviewing dumb people articles, but it's an interview show and they come promote their things. You have Bad Dates, which is about bringing guests on to talk about bad dates they've been put on. It all revolves around just a weekly talk show bringing guests on. And some of them can be entertaining, but they also become very boring after a while when you find it's the same guests that are making around to all the podcasts. And that's the Conan model as well. Conan has a guest on every week.
Well, who was one of the early ones? Howard Stern was one of the early ones, right?
I don't know about podcasting.
Well, he has a show of sorts. Yeah.
Brian, it was Adam Curry.
But
okay.
But there used to be a lot of true crime podcasts that would really dive into episodic.
Only Murder in the Building. That's a TV show about a podcast.
But no, there'd be a series of like Dr. Death was the series about this doctor that was malpracticing so negligently that he ended up being found guilty of murder, which was kind of a unprecedented thing for a doctor to be held accountable for murder because of patients dying from malpractice. That, classifying that as murder was a level but that's how reckless he was. But it was, and I think you can still find that if you search for Dr. Death. There was, so many episodes that tell a different chapter of the story. It was very well presented. It was, and I think there's been a few other series of Dr. Deaths about other reckless doctors and their stories. That kind of goes with the true crime investigation. The thing is that a true crime investigation podcast is not a cheap podcast. It's a lot more expensive to the time that needs to go into the research, the fact checking and putting it together. That is far more expensive than
I'd rather just watch an episode of Midsummer Murders.
Well, if they ended up making,
but it's fictional though.
They ended up making a like TV streaming version of the Dr. Death story. I think Alec Baldwin was in it. If since you're not of the podcast generation,
I'm too old for that shit. Yeah,
that story made it to other. The point is that there was kind of maybe a podcast bubble that fizzled there because true crime podcasts that are more expensive to make, investigative podcasts, they don't exist anymore. It's all the cheap kinds, and a big part of that is that people stopped investing in it. The money's not there anymore, and so the only thing that survived is what was cheaper and more profitable, which is mostly the weekly guest podcast. That's my observation. I don't have numbers that I can present to you.
Yeah, I mean, Rachel Maddow now has a podcast that she does, and she promotes it on her television show.
So at some point, we're probably going to see a lot of this AI stuff fizzle away, and what's going to survive is the parts and aspects of it that were profitable. And what that means for the industry, well, I mean, heck, there's a lot of people that were doing podcasts that had to go find other ways to make money. But I don't think anyone ever refers to the podcast bubble bursting. Maybe people in podcasting refer to that. I honestly don't know.
Okay, here's a funny thing.
Uh-huh.
Elon Musk recently said, "Oh yes, we should move all servers, like cloud servers, that type of thing, to the moon."
That's not a bad idea long term if you can make it work.
Yeah, well,
but,
I mean,
not in his lifetime.
Servers just don't fix themselves. You need a person to go in and make the improvements, et cetera, et cetera.
Now, someone's got to be thinking that way if it's ever going to happen. But there's a whole lot of other steps. There's enough steps that have to happen first that the initial reaction is to laugh.
I mean,
genius as that idea might be.
At Tharco in the early days, we went down. A bunch of us, it was mostly programmers, went down to San Jose to look at a server farm. maybe we'll put a server there, and it would be, secure. It would.
Oh, you were talking about cloud computing before there was a cloud.
Exactly. But we decided against that. That's a lot of
'Cause-
money, and it kind of would be a pain in the ass because you have to go install something, upgrade something.
Yeah.
You have someone that's going to go down into San Jose to do that, right?
That's not bad for an offsite backup or a disaster recovery.
But there's a lot, exactly, and that's one of the excuses, right? So anyway, you drive around. There's a number of places you can drive. You'll see a large building. It might be 2 or 3 stories, and there's virtually no windows in it. And you go, "Oh, that's a server farm." You see, like if you go around Washington D.C., you'll see a boatload of them.
Well, you know what? I was listening to an episode of what was it? One of the podcasts I listened to that still actually does a little bit of research that talked about a town that happened to have a bunch of infrastructure built from some previous reason that they ended up becoming a server farm city because they had all the fiber to be able to do it.
Yeah, you need the fire. You need the power.
And
like,
it was funny.
In San Jose, they had 2 different power sources into the building.
Right. So
I'm sure they're both PG&E, but they're coming in different directions.
It's funny because there are some business people that didn't get it right away when it's like, well, we got to build, a server farm for and it's like, well, isn't that all going into the cloud? It's like, what do you think the cloud is?
Exactly.
We're gonna be the cloud. The cloud is just, I think it was Addy that used to say it all the time, and it's one of the smartest things he said. The cloud is just someone else's computer. Maybe it was Gabe that said that. let's credit.
I think
Gabe
that's a good description. Although this server farm, server outfit that we were looking at, we would have moved our servers there, but
right.
Yeah, so it would have been ours. Just the space would be theirs.
But that was before cloud computing was a terminology. Remote computing was a thing, but you were just moving your computer to a remote area, whereas cloud computing was someone else owns the computer and you and hosts your stuff, and they're responsible for keeping it up.
Right.
But yeah, the cloud's just someone else's computer. I mean, that's
I think that's a good description.
I remember when people started talking about the cloud, I kind of thought it was stupid from the beginning, not the concept. Just the idea that people thought this was a new concept. I'm like, the cloud, that's just what people have been. You're just giving a name to something that's already existing. It's so yeah.
Pretty much every website is on a cloud server.
Right. I'm like, what the fuck you talking? Cloud compute. It's okay. It's the cloud now. Got it. It's just a new word to describe what we've been doing and dress it up as it's marketing. And I think AI has become a marketing term for new type of technology, but it's not really traditionally AI. I feel like AI has gotten hijacked the same way stereo got hijacked back in the 50s, because stereo is not the true word for what we consider stereo sound would be biophonic or biphonic, 2-channel sound.
Sure.
But stereo means like true to life sound. It's just that when you went from mono to stereo, it offered something that sounded more true to life than mono. And that became, real stereo sound. And
I was just reading
so AI is just a terminology.
I was reading about the invention of FM radio.
Yeah.
And they loved the new higher quality sound, et cetera, et cetera. But there was a boatload of resistance to it because all the radios we have are AM, and that works fine. We don't want to change any damn thing.
Yeah, that someone that wasn't there, when I hear about, FM being where underground radio was, that kind of baffles me. It seems ass backwards. Like the AM was the commercial, FM was the underground. I'm like, why wouldn't people just jump on that bandwagon immediately? But
and I never
people
understood.
are slow to adapt.
I really never understood the resistance because, hey, okay, this is better. The
But then again, I didn't.
college, the college radio station often was FM, or
But then again,
or the latest pop, rock and roll stuff was on FM.
but I also didn't live through the time where the public needed to shift over to owning dual tuners. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
I
there
grew
was
up-
even a requirement when new cars came out. Oh,
Yeah.
you want FM, but you must have AM as well.
Well, that's where all the emergency broadcasts still are,
Exactly. And that was the excuse.
and that's
But there was probably also a lot of pressure for AM stations. No, I need to be in your car too.
But so I grew up in an era where like a radio that only gets in AM but not FM is an oddity. But
Sure.
but you lived through a period where there was a transition, and
Yeah. You
and
could still
that
get
means-
AM only radios for
and
sure.
so that means that a quirk or a side effect of that was that the superior format was the underground experimental landscape, which is kind of weird. I'm sad I missed it. But
Well, and an FM like a music station. Oh, let's just throw this whole album on, and play it straight through. That's the way it was meant to be.
I mean, Inagata Vita probably did real well on FM.
Oh, sure, the long version as well.
That's when you knew the DJ needed to take a dump.
Exactly, or like a typical Pink Floyd album.
Yeah,
You want to hear the thing straight through. Or side one of the Beatles' Abbey Road.
yeah.
The one song transitions to the
Or-
next, just like it's a medley.
Well, that's side two,
Side two. Yeah, you're right.
but side one's good as well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But it didn't have the flow of the side two. You're right.
But anyways, on that note, we should probably get ready to put another fun-filled edition of
Insert title here.
to bed. This has been the first episode of 2026, which means I had to create a new
Yes.
folder on my show archive for.
And to remind people, we
Listeners.
are live.
We are live. We were live, and we're going to be not live soon. But we also are educational. I already talked about what I learned, which is Copilot is a damn dirty liar. Brian, what have you learned this week?
Well, actually, I hate to admit it. That's exactly what I learned. At least the topic.
Okay.
The top topic was that.
And Mars, what did you learn?
If your boombox doesn't have an 8-track player, you just squish a new one in there. And you'll be
Yes!
fine.
Yes! Exactly.
Oh,
That is what I
shoot.
did. It worked once. I don't know if I could ever repeat
also
that.
learned there was a movie in 1968 called Mars Needs Women.
Is this about you?
No, I was not around in 1968.
Oh.
But I learned it on YouTube. So there you go.
There you go. Well, you could star in like the remake or the reboot.
The remake? I don't know what kind of movie this was.
We could make it a porn.
No, but I have no idea what kind of movie this is. By the way, don't look at it. If you want to look it up and IMDb it, that's on you guys. But I have no. I saw it. So
Sparky writes in, I learned that Johnny's conference room monitor is still not fixed. Yes.
Okay, yeah. So Wikipedia said there's a Mars Needs Moms.
nope. There's Mars Needs.
That's
Oh,
2011.
Oh, that's a porn.
No. There's Mars Needs Women from 1968.
And then, I was getting there, is the 68. Of course, for some reason, it tells me about Veronica Mars. Mars Needs Guitars is
No,
a
I
studio
don't.
album.
No, I don't. No.
Mars Surface Color. Oh, no, that's different.
Well, I got a cat staring at me. I got a blind cat staring at me.
What?
She wants treats so bad she's looking at me even though she can't see.
Which one?
What's that?
Which cat?
Shaniko. Shaniko's the blind
Shaniko.
one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's right.
Every now and then she jumps on my lap on the couch And I know that's because she's blind, because there's no way she's going to jump my lap on purpose. She just didn't realize I was sitting in that spot in the couch. It was
Oh my!
It was trying to.
That's sad. I'm sorry. That's sad.
It was trying to sit next to Kristen, but instead I'm already sitting next to Kristen, and so she jumps on my lap. She
got free petting, right?
She acts startled, and then she jumps down and walks away because she only
What
likes
happened?
she only likes me when she wants food.
Yep. Understandable.
But Momo loves me. Oh, she can't get enough of sitting on my lap.
Well,
these days.
cats typically choose one human.
Yeah.
And it's not, and apparently it's not have to do with the person that feeds the cat.
Well, that's certainly the case with Momo.
I mean, it can be, but not necessarily.
Well, yeah. Now Shaniko and Hestia both picked Kristen as their favorite. Although Hestia would always make a point to come visit me and spend time with me on a daily basis, but she spent most of her time with Kristen. Now, Momo, when we brought Momo home, we were still grieving Hestia, and Kristen kind of kept a little distance adjusting, whereas I spent a lot of time in the first week of having Momo, helping her acclimate and visiting her and spending time with her. So she kind of clung and bonded to me quicker than Kristen. So I ended up getting to be the Momo favorite.
And OX64 says I could visualize Momo the streamer sitting on your lap.
I mean,
It's coming.
Sweet.
I mean,
All right, let's move on along.
While we have a crowd, let's go raid Tired Actor, because I think we have enough people to do it.
yay.
So we're going to go ahead.
Yay.
We're going to raid Tired Actor, and we'll be back next week, same time, same place. Be kind. Wash your behind.
And please rewind.
And please rewind.
Even the 8-track tape.
Yeah. Okay. Good luck with that. All right. We're off.
Spaghetti.
Bye, guys.
All right.